Hello there, my lovely Legionnaires. How are we doing today?
Hi.
I got fucking cookie.
You got a cookie? What kind?
I got fucking fudge stripes.
Ooh. Love a good fudge stripe.
$60 stream streak, damn.
Jesus.
One out here determined.
Yeah.
I respect it. So if you hear me crunching, it's because I am.
The crunch, the munch. The pumpkin fudge stripes.
We got, like, bags of, like... Oh no! Ah, my fucking fudge stripes!
Not the fudge stripe.
We got, like... Crinkles bag, ASMR style.
Let me in, let me in.
We got fucking bags of them.
Bags of
Fudge stripes.
Oh, like
Fun.
the little snack baggies?
Yeah.
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 Like
Got
the ones
a
you...
box of them at Sam's.
Like the ones you put in, like, a little kid's lunch, but I've just been eating them.
No, yeah. I get that. I feel it.
We might have to switch to Costco because they're one of the only people continuing to be based in this trying time.
Yeah. Costco's not bad though.
Yeah.
Their shit
It's
sucks.
just further away for us.
Yeah.
Oh no, slight inconvenience. Oh no.
We can't keep supporting the Waldens and their files.
That's crazy.
I can't believe he hit those kids with his car.
I can.
Well, he didn't hit the kids with the car. The kids were in the car, and then he wrecked the car. That's what happened. That's the plot of Walden Files.
Mm-hmm. And then didn't he, like, bury them too?
Yeah, like on the side of the road.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The best part is they're not his kids.
Yeah, no. It was his, like, business partner's kids.
They're his best friend's kids.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the guy that he put his own daughter in an animatronic?
Which one?
It was the ghost. It was the. I don't know. He was.
She
I made a
analog on
movie
my
about
horror
it.
till I VHS filter effect.
I heard there was a movie about it.
I'm
Sorry,
supporting my
Matthew,
favorite streamer however I can. Aw, I'm your favorite streamer! I'll cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Scary.
You got on the list.
I
The
did!
Jim Award list.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
And your name was spelled right, which I was very afraid it wasn't going to be.
I'm always afraid.
Respectfully, I was one of the people who nominated them. Of course I'm spelling their name right. Hello?
Yeah.
I only spell it wrong when I get the stupid cameos.
Because it's funny.
It's funny listening to famous celebrities say your name wrong.
It's become a recurring pattern, and it's all because it's all because David Hayter can't read.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole heathen thing, it started because of David Hayter.
Oh, Highton is what he
that.
calls me.
Yeah.
Titan, yeah. And
Which
then
is-
I paid whoever else to say your name.
Are we talking about Titan?
Highton.
It
It's
was
so-
Neil Newbon and then the guy who voices Virgil.
Because fucking Neil Newbon would have gotten it right, because he said Mitsuru, right?
Yeah, would
Yeah.
have said it right, but I told him otherwise.
You're my favorite VTuber? I cry.
Good, right.
You better.
But I'm not even good.
You know what?
Oh.
Okay. Counterpoint.
One, that's like your opinion, man.
Yeah.
Hey, why would you
Two.
be mean to my favorite streamer like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And number two, it doesn't matter. Like, okay, it doesn't. Let me put this in the best way I can.
Don't
do it.
tell the other VTubers.
If
I'm telling.
Even if you were not good, that does not discredit someone calling you their favorite.
Cry, sob, even. I might. Yeah, I'm sure doing. I don't know if better's the right word, but like, I'm here.
Sometimes
you know what? I'm here. I'm awake.
We're here. We're queer. We're top tier.
We're here. We're queer. We're top tier. I don't know. I'm awake. That's all that I can ask right now.
And you have fudge stripes.
I do. Well, I don't. I have.
The real winner here.
I have no more fudge stripes. I ate them all.
Gigi, do you want a cameo? You're rubbing your face on the microphone. You want to say something to everybody?
You got thoughts, Scott Opines?
No, do not knock this.
Oh.
Her thought is get on the floor.
Gigi. Gigi.
But yeah, I'm tired, and I've been tired, so I was like, oh, I see the cool kids do just chatting streams all the time, so I'll do just chatting streams.
Yeah, and for some reason you hold yourself above that, even though there's no.
I don't like it. It feels lazy.
Yeah, you know what else feels lame? You. When you say those things.
I don't know. It's why I don't like doing React streams unless I have a plan, because I don't
react to you.
I don't know, man, I don't
Like fun and engaging content, but the thing is with just chatting streams, it is fun and engaging because you're interacting with your audience and your audience gets to interact with you.
It's true.
And also it's a myth. I have a way to put it. There's nothing wrong with low-hanging fruit unless all you eat is low-hanging fruit, then you're just gonna get fat.
True. Will you watch a Godzilla analog series? It is very cool. Which one?
I imagine you're talking about Man in the Suit or whatever it's called.
There's a new one.
The one.
No. There's a new one, and I've seen the new one. The new one. Project 40. You're talking about Project 54, right? Because that's the one I saw recently. Yeah. Okay. Project 54. I would like to watch Project 54. With I want to do. I've been talking about this. I want to co-op with more co-op. Oh my god, the comment. The commentator brain went so hard for a second.
Yeah, good god.
Jesus Christ. I was shot back to 2016. No, I want to collab with more. Don't shut up. Kill yourself. Die.
I knew Heaton back in 2016.
Just right.
No,
what are you gonna
Dio's
do?
Mortis is allowed.
Wall of House Usher without me, forehead.
Mortis is allowed. It's just nobody was born after 9/11.
No, nobody was born after 9/11.
Right,
Yeah.
No one.
Beepers isn't real.
And Mortis was a baby. So that's fine.
Linlin wasn't real. Beepers wasn't real.
My favorite was when we were like, nobody's born after 9/11, and then Beepers just goes. But one of the things I wanted to do this year was I wanted to do more, I want to do more horror hangouts. I want to talk with more, horror people, obviously. But, but also, I want to do, I've been trying to think of what to call it. And I'm so tempted to... Thank you for the follow, Latina mommies.
Oh, where are they? Are they near my location?
They followed me.
Oh my god.
I love Latinas, and apparently Latinas love me.
Awesome.
That's true. We do love you. I say, a Latino.
But fucking I've been tempted to call it the name I have in my head, because I like alliteration. I don't know if you've noticed. is calling them Heaton's Haunted Hayrides.
Ooh, that's good.
But I'm trying to think of something that's like less. I want something that goes with collabs, right?
I was gonna suggest Fear Factor Fridays.
Fear Factor Fridays, maybe. But like, what I wanted to do was I wanted to, because the specific plan that I had was I wanted to find people who are babies. People who are like Brooke, who are like Mortis, who are like you.
Or like,
who are like people like other VTubers who are capital B babies.
I'm a capital B baby,
and I want to watch.
Oh no!
And I want to do horror things with them. I've already talked to our dear Lumi Celestine. And I'm mutuals with Undyne now. So
hell yeah.
So I'm gonna DM her soon and be like, hey, so this was the plan. It's like I have like analog or like traditional internet horror, or like playing a horror game or something, just something short. And being like, hey, do you want to like? Would you like to confab? But I specifically, because Lumi gave me the things that because I'm like, do you have any like triggers or like big squicks? And she told me, so I was like, okay, I got you, bestie.
No, Daedalus, Undyne the Siren VTuber, but close.
Undyne the fish, real. But like, I want to take like babies, like people who will get scared through like horror stuff. So I have some ideas for Lumi.
Okay.
Grabby hands.
Wait, hold on, Heaton.
Mm-hmm.
Slams hand on desk. I am a capital B baby.
Are you a baby?
I am right here. I don't know if I could handle horror stuff, but I would be willing to do this with you.
Call it Heaton's baby boot camp, maybe.
I can handle horror stuff, but
you already know I got jump scared by crows. You know where I'm
You
at.
did. It was really funny. He cried.
I did cry.
I think about that every day.
So loud during the Iron Lung stream. Not only did I miss the final jump scare, but I screamed so loud it cut out on Discord.
It was really funny.
I'm so
upload that VOD. Fuck.
I have it.
I have it on my old computer as well. But I want to like get it edited down to the highlights.
Hey Heaton, I got a quick question for you.
Hit me with your quick question.
What's this button do?
I'm just gonna do it. I'm doing it just chatting. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Yeah, Pog.
Actually, you know what? Are we all allowed to play different games while streaming?
That'd be weird.
We're now doing a stream together. Hell yeah.
I
was gonna hit you with that. I was gonna hit you with that Bray Wyatt fiend shit. Be like, let me in.
Let me in. Fucking but like I've had a lot of plans for the new year, and I've we'll say. Oh,
understandable.
I do have some good news.
Mm-hmm.
You know this already. And you should know this too. So I called and talked to my grandpa because I hadn't talked to him in a bit. And so okay, for context, I posted on Blue Sky a little while ago. I was like, oh, it'd be really great if I could stop having families die in January. It'd be really great. My grandfather's brother, my great uncle died. He had cancer. I talked to Grandpa. We confirmed. So I need you to understand, if you think it's been hard for me, my grandfather lost his wife, then then his then one of his in-laws, because my grandfather on my dad's dad was a good friend of his. So he lost his wife, one of his good friends, and then his brother sequentially in the span of 3 years.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I'm not as broken up. Obviously, we were close, and I was sad, and I cried, and I'm still sad, but, like, you know, we weren't close. Like, we were like I was with my grandma, or like I was with my grandfather. But, so I called him, and I was like, how are you doing, sport? And he was like, I mean, we knew. So, you know, he's upset, but, like, he's not, like, devastated about it. But I called him and I was talking to him, and he texted me a Star Trek meme.
Good start.
And so I was like, and I'm like, I miss you, can I talk to you? Because I just gotten done with therapy. And he was like, yeah. And so I called him and I just started crying. So I was like, I miss you, I miss my grandpa. I'm like, and after he hit me with the 1-2 of giving me, like, what he told me wasn't bad, it was just a lot.
It was kind of like a dad lore drop, but like
yeah,
a lore drop.
He gave me a dad lore drop that made me cry again, and I was crying and crying, and I'm like, I was scared, and this, that, and the other. And I told him, I was like, I only have like $300 in my bank account. I'm scared. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he just went, oh, how much do you need? So I'm not, he didn't, like, and preemptively, he didn't give me, like, a lot of money. But he taught me off, so I'm not as financially unstable as I was, but...
Which is good. Mm-hmm. Which is really good.
I didn't even ask him for it, I was just crying, and he was like, oh, yeah, okay. And I was like, I don't want you to think that I called you to ask you for money because I love you and I don't ever want you to think that I don't care about you. And he was like, and his exact words were, my currency now is time. He's like, I don't give a shit about them. How did he phrase it? I still want the world, but I don't need it anymore. Is I think the way he put it.
Aww. And
so he was like, he's like, yeah, don't fucking, he's like, if you get in a spot like this, just call. I'll give you money. And I'm like, okay. All right, I will. I'm sorry. He is, spoilers, the dad lore he dropped on me, I love him. I love him so much. He's so important to me. You don't even know. There's some things I can't tell you because that would be deeply parasocial and a little too much information.
But, like, your grandpa is the realist.
Yeah.
And having, since meeting you, he's consistently been the realist, so...
Mm-hmm. Also, fucking speaking of my mom, so my fucking mom is... My mom's gonna come visit... against my will. There's nothing I can do about that, but, you know, it is what it is. So my mom's...
come over here.
No, I'm not getting on a plane.
Yep.
Real.
That's not happening probably this whole year.
So my...
Don't get on a fucking plane.
So my mom... So, like, there's been two... So we're not gonna get, like, too into it, but, like, there's been these two really big plane crashes lately. So my mom texts me yesterday... By the way... She's like, oh, we're gonna come visit the 21st through the 26th. She texted me about that yesterday?
No. I think the visit is canceled if you're not gonna communicate At least more.
You
Than
know, it'd be nice. You'd think, right? You'd think it'd be nice. So she's like, these are the days. I'm like, fine, whatever. Then the second big plane crash happens, and on top of that, like 2 days before, she texted me. So my mother is like chronically ill. She has a lot of like physical problems. And she had to get another neck surgery. She had to get I don't remember what the fucking science term is. She had to get a cadaver bone fused into her neck. And so she got the surgery, which was why she couldn't come down for like around Thanksgiving time.
It's called abracadaver.
It is called abracadaver. But so she had the surgery, and she's like, yeah, the first time I had it, everything went fine, but now this time, the cadaver bone isn't fusing. It's not fusing in my neck. And she's like, we're gonna wait like another I'm supposed to be like, you know, we're gonna wait the doctor said to wait another 3 months to see if it just eventually, you know, comes together. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to go in, and they're gonna have to open me up and fix it. I don't remember how off the top of my head. So she's like, so I can't do any heavy lifting, so I can't lift anything, and then there's something else she can't do. And I can't do those for the next 3 months. So how is your day going? So today, I sent her a text, and I'm like, Mom, your neck's fucked up. You can't lift anything. You have to be on, like, at least 2 several-hour flights at fuck you in the morning and fuck you at night to get here. You're gonna be here for 4 days. Your neck's fucked up. The planes are fucked up. Every time you get on a plane, it fucks your neck up even worse. And now there's been all these plane crashes, and I was like, I don't think you should come. Like, I don't think I'm like, it's not, you know, this isn't a good idea, maybe. I'm just positing to the air, I'm like, maybe we don't do this right now. And she's like, well, I booked everything, so it's fine. And I'm like,
no.
She's in her fucking mid-50s. I'm not gonna fight her on it. She's not gonna fucking listen to me. Mom, I don't want you to be killed in a plane crash. Oh, she'll just tell me I'm being anxious and that I'm fucking overreacting.
No. Listen, you know me, I don't suffer from anxiety. I usually have it
except for that
together.
one time.
It's been twice in a month. And unprecedented.
Twice in a week.
Yeah, twice in a week.
Unprecedented. Haven't had a crash that bad since 2001. No.
Yeah, no. Let's also take into account all of the firings that have been going on. The firings of which directly affect that industry.
Mm-hmm. The thing that gets me, here's the thing. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it like a couple of days, and then I'm gonna text Dad. Dad might be able to talk her out of it. And here's the thing, right? My dad, historically, will fight with my mom about basically anything because he's autistic and she's stubborn. But fun fact, in case you didn't know this about me, here's some Heaton's dad lore. My father was a pilot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, he worked, well, no, not only was he wasn't a pilot, I'm so sorry. No, I need to be clearer. He worked air traffic control. Mm-hmm. Which is where all the firings have been.
Yeah.
So my dad worked air traffic control for the Air Force for, like, many years. So my dad knows quite a bit about planes. So I'm gonna wait a couple of days, and I might not even wait a couple of days. I might text him later tonight and be like, can you talk some fucking sense into Mom? Please?
James, you're
Because,
probably
like-
gonna be fine because you're coming in from
From the
across
UK.
pond.
You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
so-
I'm worried about my fucking parents. Because listen, my relationship with my parents is complicated. Not complicated enough that I would be relieved if they died in an airplane accident, you know?
That would still suck.
That would still suck. I'd still have some feelings about that.
Especially for your poor grandpa.
Yeah, I think if my grandpa has to bury my mom, he'd lose it. If he has to bury his daughter, I think he'd lose his fucking mind. So I'm gonna talk to Dad and I'll talk to Grandpa and be like, talk some fucking sense into her, please.
I'm requesting permission to make a fucked up joke.
Go for it.
I would like to DM you the joke first before I say it.
Please.
Okay. Oh.
I promise I won't say it aloud if I find it too fucked up.
Yeah.
And by that I mean I'll cancel you on my Twitch stream right now. On my and Loudon's Twitch stream right now.
Yep. I just pulled some crazy ass shit with Square, bro. I'm just gonna be happy with you.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, go for it! That's so fucking funny!
What happened?
Okay, if something does happen and a plane does go down, at least it's not in January.
My exact joke was, I'm getting really tired of March funerals, man. Can we, like, I'm so fucking tired.
We can have a May one right before oh god.
I'll never
It'd be in April, but yeah.
I'll never forget. I told my grandma when my grandfather was in the hospital before he died. My grandma Valerie, my dad's mom. I told her, I said he's not allowed to. I said he's not allowed to die. I'm tired of. I don't want to. I'm tired of going to funerals. And she got on the phone. She says to me, this will be the perfect, if this is your introduction to my grandma Valerie, this will be the perfect extrapolation of her character. I'm talking about her husband, who's, like, dying. And she says, well, you don't have to worry about that, honey. The funeral won't be until March, and you don't need to go if you don't want to.
Wow.
God.
Jesus.
Grandma Valerie's great. I told her that I was like, of course this is how Grandpa would die. And she was like, well, yeah, because your grandfather could never die a normal way. Couldn't make it easy for us. And I was like, no, of course not.
He went out in a very chiquito way.
He did! He did! It's true!
Did your grandma, is she still in the process, or is she gonna get that money from the hospital?
I think so. Last I checked, she was.
You better get that bag.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking
okay.
of, I got my check from remember when Razer had that gaming mask? They got sued for false advertising. I got my full refund check.
Fucking.
The FTC.
It's what your grandfather would have wanted. Let her get that bag.
It's so true. Fucking. So, for reference, I'm gonna tell this story for because there's some new people.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather, was on the run from death himself. I swear to God, he ran from death like death owed him fucking money. So, my grandpa Terry, before he died, I'm sorry, what? Oh yeah, my grandpa Terry had 2 near-fatal heart attacks. He had a pacemaker at the time. He survived what should have been a fatal car accident when he was 75? Like,
Jesus.
he almost bled to death thrice, I think. Yeah, he almost bled to death thrice. And he lit himself on fire once.
What?
He
Well, let's be
died.
fair, he didn't do it. The space heater did.
No, he lit himself on fire. That was his fault. He did that. He did that to himself.
Crazy.
So what happened when he lit himself on fire? He was sitting in his deer stand, and for those of you who don't know, like a deer stand's only like nothing across, right? Like it's like 3 feet by 3 feet maybe. And so he's sitting in the stand, and he fell asleep, leaned on a space heater, so his jacket caught fire.
Jesus.
And he was like 15, 20 feet up in the air. He was fine. He didn't even burn himself. He just melted his jacket. And I remember that so vividly because my dad told us the story and we were cackling, and he physically put his hands on my shoulders, grabbed me, and said, "You cannot tell your grandmother. She will not let him come out with us again." But, like, I think he also fought in Korea. I think it was Korea.
I believe it.
Like, he just... The man could not die a normal way. And then spoilers, he didn't. He tripped. So, okay. I want you to picture, like, a door frame for a minute. Right on the bottom of the door frame, there's that piece of metal, like the one that's on the ground that like seals the door from the inside of your house to the out.
Mm-hmm.
He tripped on that and fell. Yeah, he tripped on the door trim, fell, and cracked his femur in half.
Jesus.
Because, yeah, exactly. I don't know. I saw the X-rays, so he did cracked it right in half, right at the joint, right at where it joins like the bone to your hip, just right in half.
Oh,
What the hell?
So they took him to the hospital. No, because of course not. So they took him to the hospital. They fixed it. They were patching him up. And my poor grandfather was in such horrible pain that he started vomiting. And that fucked up his stomach lining. So he was bleeding into his stomach. He's on blood thinners because of his heart problems, so he was bleeding a lot. Had to go back to the hospital. They patched him up from that. Then they found out that, I don't remember, it wasn't infected, but there was something wrong with the brake. They couldn't fix it, or they told him, they were like, either it's gonna kill you, or no, they said, either we can go in and fix it, or you can never walk again. And he was like, well, I don't have much of a fucking choice, do I? So they went in to try and fix it, fucked that up, and that's what killed him. So he was in, out of the hospital for, I think, like a month before he just died. And, like, so you have, like, a frame of reference for where we as a group were at. My grandmother calls me and says, your grandfather's in the hospital. He broke his leg. And my response to a man in his, like, 90s, I think, 80s, 90s, being like, oh, like, because this is normally like, oh, this could kill somebody. My response was, oh God, what now? Because, like, that's what it was. Like, my whole childhood, it was, Dad would come home from work, and off and on, there was, like, a 1 in 2,000 chance that Dad would come home from work and go, well, your grandpa's in the hospital yet. So, like, I wasn't worried about it until it was over, until it had happened. And, like, even then, I wasn't as torn up about it as I could have been, because, like, I'm 30 now. I'd spent the last, I don't know, 15 years waiting for a phone call from my dad that said it's happened, your grandpa's died. Because, like, he was just accident prone. The old man got sick or hurt all the time. So I was like, it's gonna happen. One of these days, it's gonna happen. And then it did, and as anyone who knew us could have predicted, that, like, couldn't have died in a normal way. Didn't get, like, pneumonia or cancer, or, no, he broke his leg so hard that he died. Was he the one with the bear? That happened to one of his friends. That didn't happen to him. I have 3 bear stories.
That's a lot of bear stories.
One of them happened to Grandpa's friend, one of them happened to Dad, one of them happened to my Uncle Jason. I can tell the bear stories. We've got new people. I can tell the bear stories. So the one that Daedalus is talking about was, so a friend of my grandfather's was up in his deer stand. So, okay. I have to consistently remember that my audience isn't solely Midwestern people, so I'm gonna explain to you how deer hunting works.
Explain it to me like I'm a Californian.
So when you deer hunt, you build a stand, which is, like, up in a tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get, like, think Play Fort but taller. Yeah, essentially, yeah. Right? Your family seems to choose the bear. Unfortunately, treehouse but small. Yeah, perfect. Perfect example. Treehouse but small. Treehouse but small. So, he's like 20. I'm a southerner. Oh, well, yeah, I forgot. You guys deer hunt sometimes too. So, he's like 20 feet up. Hunting. Right? This is something you need to keep in mind. It is important. You're like 20 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got his rifle, like, laid across his chest. He's waiting. And he sees little baby, I think it was a black bear. Good job. You see, like, a baby black bear just walking around. Because you sit in the stand and you shoot down because the deer can smell you if you're too close to the ground, and then they won't show up. So there's a baby bear walking around. And he's not going to shoot at it. He's just watching it through the scope because it's kind of far away. So he's just watching the baby bear because there's no deers around, and he's like, oh, all right, whatever, you know. I'm sorry. I just processed the fact that I just processed the fact that I said deers. I'm fucking, oh my god, my accent's happening again. There's no deer around. And so he's watching the baby bear. And the bear walks up to his tree and then starts climbing his tree. And at first he's like, oh, cute. Just watches it, like, go up. The thing about baby bears is that they know how to go up, don't really know how to get down. So the baby bear climbs the tree, realizes it's now stuck, and cries.
Oh no.
Mom comes! And now here's the thing, right? Remember what I said, like 3 feet by 3 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He's plastered against the other corner of this deer stand to put as much space between him and that bear as possible.
Yeah.
And she did not like his presence, but did not deem him enough of a threat to, like, get him. But she picks up one of her big old paws and whack! She whacked him out of the deer stand.
Oh my god.
Now, were he not prepared, that man would have fucking died.
Yeah.
But most people, when you have ones that are that high, you wear a harness and you tie yourself essentially to the tree. So he fell out of the stand, but the harness caught him so he didn't fall all the way to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So he's sitting in the fucking sling in the harness, and my grandpa told me, he's like, he just sits there, waits for her to go down, because he's not gonna try and get back in the stand right yet. And is like, so she goes down, and then he gets into the stand, down out of the stand, and then has to go to the hospital, and had to get stitches in his chest, because surprise, big scratches through his chest. He needed a shit ton of stitches. But he survived. Thank God. What does a baby black bear cry sound like? I can see if I can find one. Hang on.
Jesus. Okay.
Baby black bear crying.
Shark. Do.
Like that. Just a sad, pathetic little sound. Poor little guys. Not hunting people. Some tree stands are enclosed, some are not. Yeah, his was not. The second story happened to my dad. So he's with my mom. This was before I was born. And he had our first dog, Widgeon. She's a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, in case any of you, in case that should paint a picture for you about what kind of a dog she was. She's the one who ate rocks in tin cans. So she's in the back of the truck, and he's with my mom. They're driving back up from my dad's hunting shack. And there was a group of kids pulled over on the side of the road, like 15, 16. And they're pulled over, and they're looking into the ditch. And so Dad pulls over to go and help them. And in the ditch was a baby bear. And they said it came out of nowhere. He tried to run across the road, and they hit him. There was nothing they could do. They didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. They hit him. And they're kind of milling around, and they're like, well, we don't know what we should do. Do we call someone? What do we do? And my dad's telling them, well, yeah, you can't just leave it here. You have to call the DNR. You have to let them know. They have to come and get it, so that way it doesn't get poached, etc., blah, 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 whatever. You also, legally, you have to let them know, because you can't, in our area, I don't think there's a bear hunting season. So, you can't just kill them. You have to call and let somebody know. So they're like, oh, okay, yeah. And this was before cell phones, obviously. So they're like, yeah, when we get back home, we'll do that. We'll call the DNR. My dad lets them know what the number is, blah, 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 whatever. And as they're doing this, the dog in the back of the truck starts going apeshit. Dad said she was snarling, not growling, snarling, and slamming her body against the side of the truck, trying to get out. And when my mom told me this story, she said, your father turned to me and gave me the most serious look he's ever given me and went, get in the car. So Mom does. He tells them, get in your car, drive. They get in the car, and sure enough, here comes Mom, fucking barreling out of the woods at top speed. The way Dad tells it, if they had taken another maybe 45 seconds to, get their shit together, she would have flipped their car, because they were in, just a small vehicle. She could have flipped their car over if they'd been a little slower. If they'd been even slower than that, they'd be dead. She'd have just fucking killed them. And he said that bear chased them down the road for a good little bit.
Jesus.
Yeah, you can't kill them unless you're in danger if they're attacking you, or it's an accident. There's nothing you can do about that. So yeah, so he was like, yeah, just call the DNR, blah blah blah, whatever. And then, but the third one is the one that happened to my uncle. I love this story because in retrospect, it's really funny. It was not funny for him at the time. So my grandfather, the one who passed away, used to have a timeshare up in Canada at this, like, fucking middle of nowhere, campground. Like, how middle of nowhere? We had to take an airplane, we had to take a float plane, like a Cessna with, like, floater wings to get, like, to land on the lake to get there. There is no road to this place. That's how nowhere. Also, hi, thank you for the follow. You've joined me mid-bear story. So,
That's type stores.
So we're on the lake fishing early in the morning. My uncle, who couldn't be asked to get up before noon, was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna sleep in. We're like, okay. So he's...
Miyamoto, can I pause you real quick?
Sure.
I'm about to go to work, but also I get home early. Would you like to bake early too?
Perhaps.
No. I've banned it.
I can't believe Justin's homophobic.
I've signed an executive order.
Anyway.
Order 66.
That's what it feels like, huh?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it 100. Half the rando matches I've had so far, I've been fighting nothing but level 4s and 3s.
Crazy.
Huh. Okay.
Interrogate
so your
that.
uncle-
It's just kidding. So he was asleep. I'm telling you the story as we experienced it before I flash you back to what happened, because this part's funny. So we left him asleep in the cabins, and he's like, I'm just gonna take a nap. I'll make lunch and it'll be ready by the time you guys get here. We come back. He's sitting on the dock, holding my dad's hunting rifle, and shaking. It's like white as a sheet. He's sweating and he's shaking.
Come on.
And my dad is like, Jason, what the fuck happened? This man has shit his pants. And he goes, I killed a bear. And my dad and my grandpa's look at each other and go, what? And he's like, I think I killed a bear. And he tells us what happened. So he's asleep in the cabin, and he starts hearing this noise. He starts hearing, like the scraping noise on the mesh outside the windows. And he wakes up and rolls over. He rolls over in his cot and looks, and a full-grown black bear is halfway through the window. It's ripped through the screen window, and half of its body is in the cabin, on the table, eating the food.
You gotta hit that with a stick.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, black bears, if it's black, fight back.
Yeah, you bonk him. You give him the bonks.
Yeah.
So Jason grabs my dad's rifle and creeps his way outside to the back half of the bear, this was the smart choice. To the back half of the bear. And he told us, this is important for later, he told us, I shot it once. I fired a shot, I hit it in the torso, I shot it once. And the bear screamed and ran off into the woods. Because bear doesn't want to fuck with that. Bear's not gonna fuck with you if you've got a gun, especially if you've already shot it. Unless it's a grizzly bear, in which case, don't shoot it, you're already dead. Write your fucking will. So he tells my grandfathers and my dad, and he's like, I don't know what, I didn't know what to do. I shot it. And he goes, was I not supposed to? Am I gonna get in trouble? And my dad's like, no. If it was in the house, you're fine. We just have to call the DNR. We have to call the game warden.
Ah.
So he grabs the... So he tells my mom, he's like, we have a satellite phone in the building for shit like this. And he's like, call the DNR, tell them what happened so someone will come out here. We'll go find the bear. And he's like, because you definitely killed it. We saw from all the blood. It wasn't nearby, but they were like, there's enough blood, it's dead. You've killed it. So, mom calls the game warden. We're sitting there with Jason, who's pissing his pants. And then dad and the grandpas come back 45 minutes later. They're like, we found her. They get a wheelbarrow, put her body in the wheelbarrow and wheel her out to the beach so that way when the game warden shows up with the boat, they can take her, because you can't keep it. And dad's asking him the story again just to make sure. And grandpa, his father, Jason's father, says, how many times did you shoot it? And he goes, once. I only shot it once. And he goes, no, you didn't. And he goes, what? And they open the rifle. And then to double check. And he's like, yeah, no, you shot it twice. And Jason's like, how did you know that? And grandpa pulls out one of the spent casings and he goes, this was under the boardwalk. I saw it when I was coming back. So he didn't shoot it once, he panicked and shot it twice, and then just didn't remember the second gunshot. But nobody got hurt, it just ate a bunch of our food, which sucked. We had to go get more food sent, I think. But the funny part was, so the game warden showed up, took the body, but before he took the body, he said, do you want to keep a souvenir? And they're like, can we do that? And he's like, yeah, just something little. You can't keep the pelt or anything, but if you want something little, like if you want some of its fur or some of its teeth or whatever, you can have those. It's not, she's dead anyway, they're not really worth anything, blah, 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 whatever. So, I have one of them. My younger cousin has one. Jason has one. Of its teeth. One of its big 4 canines. So I still have it. I did not want to be there for the extraction process, but Dad just fucking pair of pliers, just pulled it out, rinsed it in the lake, and was like, here you go. I think that was the same trip that Dad caught the grouse with his bare hands. Because the fucking stupid thing bumblefucked its way into the woodshed. Do you have grouse down south? Do they fly south? I don't think they do.
Grouse?
The board?
Sorry, I had to say it like that. Just grouse?
The bird that Badger's friend is named after. Was it moose or bear your dad was mad at? No! That was my great-grandpa, and it was moose! I love this story.
Damn it.
So my great-grandfather, my mother's side, this is the one who immigrated to the US. Okay. For context, for the people who aren't rednecks, you can't hunt moose. It's illegal. They're protected. There's not a season for them. But
also, they're fucking moose. Why would you?
Bragging
That's
rights.
like yourself.
So, what you can do, though, is you can apply to get a moose hunting license. You get one shot. Your whole life, you get one shot. So my great-grandfather, got one with his buddies. And they all went, they're like, oh, we'll make a whole weekend of it, you know? Like, blah, 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 blah. We'll go and we'll, you know, because they all got approved. So they're like, we'll all go together. So they all go together, and they go to this place where you can hunt them. They weren't, like, they weren't tame, but they weren't wild either. It was just kind of an area in which they were. And they were like, all right, it's going to take forever. They're kind of elusive. They're kind of hard to find. They don't really come out in public very often. So, like, so they're like, it'll be a whole weekend thing, blah, 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 whatever. They were out for, like, 2 hours. And Grandpa got it first try. And the thing about hunting moose on the hunting reserves, thank you, your whole party only gets one. None of them even got a shot at it.
Jesus.
He just got it immediately. And they fucking hated him. They were so mad. It's so fucking funny. Oh my god, I love that story. Fuck. The last of the North American megafauna. It's true. They're bigger than you think they are. Had to put some chapstick on. My lips are chapped. My lips are dry.
That's why I got chapstick.
Dry lip have an ass.
Dry lip.
Don't lick them now. It's too late.
How dare you? How dare you?
Jesus.
Ah!
I have never personally, I've never personally been hunting. Not that I'm thinking about it. I don't like killing things.
Same.
I have been fishing.
I've been fishing.
Never hunted.
Fishing's fun.
Never hunted though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like, used to go ice fishing a lot with Dad.
Mm.
You get to sit on the lake.
But it's nice.
It's nice. You cut hole in the ice. Had my cousin fall in one once. I played Big Bug Hunter Safari in the arcades.
Oh.
I don't know how to inform you that that's a pretty authentic experience. It's just faster.
What, the hunting games?
Welcome to the chat, Chunky Ghost VT. I am not familiar with Thought Potato. You have a redneck story? Oh my god, please tell me a redneck story. Fellows.
My dad tried to put his body between a truck that they left in neutral and their own car. You
That
remember
was recently, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, I think the most redneck thing I can think of was we put Tannerite instead of Furby. Just cause. And that was after my dad hit it with a Mag 45. Which I think he still has. I think he still has the Magnum. Large amount of cousins on this one side of the family. On my dad's side, we have access to a family farm. Okay, yeah, no, good start. This is how all stories like this start. This isn't even, like, we were talking about this, how, like, my area and, like, the South are literally two sides of the same coin. Because, like, this isn't even like an, oh, you're from the South thing. It's just, no, every good redneck story starts with, so me and my 5 cousins out on the family farm. Except the difference is that for me, it's me and my 4 cousins on the family hunting land. Old family houses set up in some of the pastures. Think the Yellowstone not that big. Okay. Yeah, like American Gothic shit. Yeah. I'm so sorry. If you're hearing me fuck with something, like... Oh yeah, you can. It is picking up on the mic. I got, with the fucking Sanji lighter that I got, it came with a fucking tobacco grinder. Just a little, like, dinky plastic one. So I've just been, and it's 2 halves connected by magnets. So I've just been spinning it.
You got the Sanji lighter for Christmas, you mean?
I did get it for Christmas.
From your awesome living partners.
Yeah. As opposed to my awesome dead partners.
I meant...
No, I know.
No, awesome dead partners are like, what's the fucking name of that one porn manga where it's a ghost and he fucks the shit out of her?
Oh, Lady K and the Sick Man?
Yeah.
Love Lady K and the Sick Man. That's made by a bisexual.
Yeah, you can tell by the way they draw men and women.
Yeah, you can tell by the way that they draw. We were talking about while scintillation is cooking, while the meal is simmering. Fucking I showed Mortis one of Blue Giragi's posted more of their like Monster AU Soap Ghost comic. And I posted a panel that's totally safe for work. And I was like, I love how you can just tell when a motherfucker draws porn. You can just see it.
Yeah.
And like Gira's art style's great. I want to fucking eat the way that
Are the muscles shapes, or can you see the muscle fibers?
Oh, I'll show you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I mean. It's like, an artist makes the muscle shapes, and that's fun. A porn artist, you can see the muscle fibers.
Oh, it's not that kind of porn. But I'll send you I'll show you I'll post it in the, it's safe for work, so I'll just post it in the no mic.
Yeah.
This is the page.
Hold on. Go to it. Yeah. Well, for that, it's the posing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You can just tell that a motherfucker draws porn. Well, no, it's more than that. But you're not a fine connoisseur of men liking, as the two of us are, because because it's the posing, it's how soft his tits are, and how prominent his fucking thighs and cock are. This is a totally like non-sexual, non-romantic sequence of this, but you can tell. We're riding around squirrel hunting on the ATVs and four-wheelers with bows. Oh my god, yeah. You were like, I have a redneck story, and I'm like, yeah, okay, just the most redneck sentence I've ever read, ever. So we're riding around
squirrel... It's about to get something.
So we're riding around squirrel hunting on the ATVs and four-wheelers with bows in our hands. And we go past one of the old houses, and I'm like, ooh, I want to go in this one, because it was one of those Civil War era pretty houses that they had moved into the pasture via truck, and it's like a 2-story house. Cousin Ben goes, no, we can't go in there. The inbreds live in here. And I'm like, what? So we're standing out there, and we start to leave the house after arguing, and 2 people come out of the house!
Were they making clicking noises and bark and making prairie dog sounds?
Ding 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 ding.
Also, one of them pretty Civil War houses. You mean plantation style?
Yeah.
Oh, the house is like vacant, but people come. Oh no, they chased us. Of course.
Well, it wasn't vacant. Your cousin knew that the inbreds lived there.
Your cousin knew what was up. It was clearly not vacant. There were people in there.
Drive
Faster. I hear banjo.
banjos.
Literally. Resident Evil 7 be like. I was about to say, this is how oh man, I love Outlast 2. Oh my god. We tell his mom and they had to call the cops because he was trying to mess with me. Oh, so he didn't know. He didn't know people were in there.
Oh, what a story.
That's awesome. That's so fucking funny. Oh my god. That's so good. As a
Nothing is better. No, that's where the inbred zombie.
As a
That's where
person
the
of mixed
inbred-
race, I take both offense and inoffense to this.
That's where the inbred cannibals live. You can't go, and then people come out. It's like, ooh.
Oh man, I love Baraska.
Hey,
None of you are gonna get that joke. That's for me.
I'm gonna go start my own stream and maybe pop back in if that's okay.
Go to your own stream.
Yeah.
Where I'll be between the ages of 12 to 17. Oh god.
I was just gonna ask you, would it be
Tracks.
okay to pop back in once I start my own stream?
What are you streaming?
I'll probably be streaming Genshin.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay.
No, get that fucking Warriorverse stuff out of my house.
And I'm not in your house.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
you're right.
So
Fair.
fucking speaking of fucking Hoyoverse, I'm so mad.
Warriorverse.
So I have received. I know what Baraska is. Oh, then you're in the right fucking. God, I've curated the right group of people that I can say shit like this. I made a comment. What the fuck was it? During a collab.
No, sorry, we can't move on. Daedalus says, to be fair, inbreds are less likely to be mixed. No, I think they're 100%. It's not.
Oh,
I think that's not. I think that's how that works. I think that's how Punnett squares work.
I was collabing with somebody. Like somebody last year. I was collabing with someone. And I don't remember what prompted it. But I made a comment where I said, somebody said, can't have your cake and eat it too. And then I responded with, or eat your cake and have it too, you know. But you have to be careful because that's the kind of shit that gets you, picked up by the FBI. And they went, what? And I'm like, don't worry about it. That's for like 4 people in the audience to get. And nobody got it.
You had to explain it to me. But I know now.
For those of you who don't know, it's a fucking Ted Kaczynski joke.
Yeah,
It's a joke about the
his-
Unabomber.
He goes off for a long while in his manifesto about that phrase and how he thinks it should be the other way around.
It's not, I don't think it's, no, he doesn't talk about it in the manifesto. He just uses it in the manifesto. And his brother...
Yeah, which is how his brother knew.
Yeah, and his brother was like, that's Ted.
That's how my brother Ted writes. He's cringe.
That's how this is my brother Ted's writing. I would know. He's a weird freak.
Speaking of, did you see the lovely set of... I saw it on Blue Sky. But it was like, it's that fashion guy that dunks on people again.
Yes! I like him.
And the fucking pedophile.
Yes!
But honestly, I'm reading what that loser's saying, and he's like, oh, you're a vapid. And I'm like, dog, the only thing they let you fucking read in jail was a thesaurus? Get out of here. You're not smart because you use big words. I list watches, you're on a watch list.
I have a terrible joke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna preface this with this is a bad joke, but my brain immediately concocted, wow, you just get done helping your girlfriend with her vocab homework?
Damn. Damn. The worst part is he's right. He was showing off, I believe it was a Frederick Constantine, and those things are overpriced luxury for the 1% and fuck them.
I get to be cool because I get to listen to Baby No Money, and when he says, I've got a rollie for the pants, and a paddock for the show, I get to be like, I know what that means. I know that
yes.
he's talking about Patek Philippe's, which is a fancy kind of watch.
A paddock is, I believe, a kind of a building.
Yeah,
no, it's a field.
It's where you keep your
It's where
horses.
you keep your horses, yeah.
Your video on rabbits out. I have a story
Patek
for that.
Philippe.
Okay, so he used to table at anime cons for like 3 or 4 years with a friend, and we'd started making paper crane bouquets and selling them. One of the cons he shows up with one made from what I thought were printed manga pages. Oh, did he make a book? Did he make one out of a copy of Doubt?
No, I have a bad feeling Oh, okay.
That's so good. That's so
You know what?
fucking,
That's fun.
That's so fucking funny.
That's fun. You can do that.
Okay. I didn't like, so I don't like the hyperbole. I don't like clickbait. I don't like to. I like to try and do something that's like exaggerative but true. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like the actually.
You only hyperbole with me when you're arguing with me. But
yeah, because it's funny. Because it's funny, or I have a mental illness. So if we want to be done being ableist for right now, when I titled the video like the mangaka you've never heard of, I thought I meant it, because like nobody I'd ever known had ever known what I was talking about. Whenever I would go off on this for like 10 years, every time I would talk about this, people would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like what the fuck is this? What are you talking about?" So like they'd never heard of it. So like I genuinely assumed that like it was way more niche than it was, but like tons of people in my comments are like, "No, I know what you're talking about. I've heard of this." And I'm like, "You have?"
You accidentally did some great engagement bait, because literally 50% of your comments right now are like, "She says is one never heard of, but I know that rabbit man."
It's not
Thanks
even
for the engagement.
The thing that I like is that all of the people who are responding aren't like being sarcastic about it. They're like, "Oh no, I know this." And I was like, "Oh damn, crazy." Well, genuinely nuts. I also found out last night via my comments and via some people in my chat that fucking there's a live action movie adaptation? I didn't know that.
Which one?
Of Doubt.
Oh boy.
I have to watch it. I have to.
Yeah, I guess. We also have to watch the live action Golden Kamuy.
We do have to watch the live action Golden
I want to
Kamuy.
see it.
I want to watch it. I want to see if it's, because apparently it's a very loose adaptation.
Apparently, now that we're doing well, I think we need to go back to JoJo. I think it's time.
I think it's time.
I think it's time that we
I
I
saw that, by the way, asking if Saw is an American death game manga. Fuck you. It's not. Saw 2 is. But
yeah. I think we need to One Piece Netflix JoJo. I think it's time.
I want to really bad. Okay, wait a minute. I have to double check something. I have to double check if I'm right. Magical.
And we have to start at the beginning as well, because like the movie doing only the first chunk of part 4 was weird.
Yeah.
Is this the guy?
And isn't fuck am I no. God, what's his name? That's Zoro right now.
No. Okay, so it's not. Is it? Hang on.
It'll come to me. Don't worry about it.
This is not getting an anime adaptation. You're full of shit.
Who knows?
What's in an anime adaptation?
Okay, no, okay, never mind. So I was thinking about, so I have like He got the books as a gift, and he's like, they're so bad I couldn't think of anything else to do with them. We'd sell single cranes, and someone asked for a manga crane, and he's like, you're about to yell at me. And he pulls out the Doubt book and cuts a page out with his X-Acto knife, and this person is pointing and looking at him like an Italian Spider-Man gif. This
Hi,
is
guys,
my...
I'm back.
This is the
I'm
bit.
back.
Welcome back. This is the fucking bit. This is what I'm talking about. This is the fucking bit. It wasn't a joke. While I was in the research phase of the video, I wanted to make a joke about oh, it's fucking Danganronpa, and I was like, did it come out before or after? Before. It came out.
I need to actually know the context of what's happening here.
The manga. that he
Doubt.
videos
The manga.
about.
The manga that my video's about came out before. So I don't. Wild.
One thing is reductive, and spoilers is Danganronpa.
But this is something I wanted to talk about a little bit. So I do have, I want to do a bunch more video essays this year. Because I like them. I like doing them. They're fun to write. They're fun to record.
Editing's a different story.
Editing's a different story. That's why I pay somebody else to do it. Let me pop up my docs so I can.
Imagine editing your own videos. Could not be. Oh wait, no, it could be me.
Okay, so combing through the videos I have planned. I have. So some of these I've planned. You'll see.
I don't believe you.
So I have. May I volunteer for a video yap session where you help me develop my antagonist so he's actually scary?
Damn.
I'm here for it. So I've thought about this. This is something that I've been wanting to do, where I've been wanting to I want to do a stream where I take viewer submission and you give me a character concept, or you give me a concept and I have to make it scary. I thought that'd be fun. I loved your latest video. I never cared so much about something I've never heard of before. Good, I'm glad. That means I'm doing my job right. So here's the current topics that I have, right? So here's what I've set aside that I know I want to talk about at some juncture or another. I have one. Did you hear Urban Spooks on TikTok? I believe that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
In
The
fairness.
Dead app.
Okay, just in case, cutting some shit off at the past. Yes, I saw the new episode. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Visually, it's an upgrade. I'm thinking about making a follow-up when the series is over. It won't be nearly as long, unless he really fucking fumbles the bag. But I do want to make a follow-up when the series is over and talk about the whole thing in its totality. But we'll see. We'll see. That's
We'll see.
That's a for later thing.
My joke has come to fruition. Why would we go on to? Nope, it left me. Is it John Carter? Who the bad Captain America?
Oh, John Walker.
John Walker. Why did we go on to John Walker TikTok?
You're so good.
It's not fucking Steve anymore.
So here are the current topics that I'm looking into, that I'm doing research on. So the next one the one that was supposed to come out first was the fucking video on Oradeo, but Silver has a big boy job, and caught deathitis, so he caught the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, so he couldn't.
Oh no!
Yeah, so he was incapacitated for a while. I was going to make a video. I had a plan for a video that was called "Can VTubers Be Eternal," which was going to be all of us documenting a season where we try and get as high as we can in ranked rivals, but you can't do that if you can't be on squads with people if you can't cross-platform squad up with people in comp because cringe.
Because you have to be sweaty, you have to be on PC. Why would you even try on anything else?
So that's shelved. If that changes, I'll do that video because I think that'd be fun. So I have one that's it needs to be retitled, but I have one talking about Dark Magical Girl series as a whole. It's currently called Reject Suffering, Return to Senshi, but all of my video essays are going to have the opening bit of blank and blank, and then colon, and then like a more catching title. And for that video, I watched Yuki Yuna is a Hero. I watched Magical Girl Raising Project. I read Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka. And then I have to read Magical Girl Sight. I'm thinking about also adding Magical Girl Apocalypse to it, but we'll see. And it's just talking about, like, at length, like, because I like fucked up Magical Girl shit. I think it's really good. I want to start, it's one of my favorite, like, horror genres because I think it's a great vehicle for it, but people are stupid. Magical Girl Sight's torture porn at best and, like, super fucked up. Exactly. Well, because, like, for example, right, I talked about this in the section of the video where I'm talking about Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka, that it does a lot of really genuinely interesting things with taking the concept of the fact that once the world realized that magical girls existed, they would be militarized. Because they would be. And so it deals with a lot of things about, like, child soldiers, about, like, the pressure that you feel to, that once you've been in a combat situation, now it's difficult for them to reintegrate back into society. So there's a lot of genuinely really interesting commentary there. It's a shame about all of the essay that happens in it. And the whole point is that, like, a lot of these have, like, really interesting things to say and to do, but they feel the need to be edgy and push a boundary, and then it kind of ruins the cool, interesting things they have to say. So that's something that I want to get back to at some point. I have a script started. It's called Of Blood and Boredom, which is going to be about Crossed. If any of you out there know about Crossed. Because, like, I hate Garth Ennis. No, I hate, this kind of, like, oh god, what would you call it? Like, I'll use the erudite phrasing of it. This fucking post-Ellison nihilism. I hate it. Yeah. I hate it. It's, like, Harlan Ellison wrote stuff like Blood Meridian specifically to be a cold mirror to, like, the icon of the American cowboy, right? For example, like, the myth of the American cowboy was that he was noble and grand and cool, and Harlan Ellison wrote Blood Meridian to be like, no, they weren't.
In reality, they were gay.
Well, in reality, some of them were horrible, horrible people.
Yeah, it's true.
And that was the point. Like, it
But
was...
some of them were also gay.
Some of them were also gay. But, like, the point was that it was so starkly and, like, crazily fucked up, specifically to contrast against, like, the squeaky clean Hollywood image of the American cowboy. But I want to read Crossed specifically because Garth Ennis is, first of all, terrible. He's a terrible writer. But also because, like, I hate the notion of, like, when people are when they strip down to their fucking monkey instincts. It's like, fucking, no. Like, monkeys and, like, animals form communal society all the fucking time, you nihilist dipshit. Like, that's not... Yeah. Society forms regardless of, like, it's...
Why can't we deconstruct in the fun way, like in the 80s when there was a lot of comedy about World War II?
Right!
Like, oh, fuck, was McHale's Navy about World War II? It was about World War II. But I'm specifically thinking about Hogan's Heroes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that shit, bro.
Yeah. Where the Nazi running their camp was like, he was a dipshit. Yeah. And it was funny, and that was the point, you know?
Right. Like, this sort of, like, brutal deconstruction of, like, the human psyche is cringe. It's cringe and I hate it. It's cringe and stupid, and I don't like it, and I want to talk about it at length. Because, like, Urban Spook is extremity for extremity's sake, but, like, Garth Ennis is pretending to have a point, and so I want to, like, really hammer down that I hate that fucking kind of post-Ellison nihilism. It's stupid. It's stupid and you're dumb.
It's why it's ruined. Which one is Crossed about? Which one of that is his?
That's about... He wrote that one.
Yeah. It's
a zombie virus, kinda.
Oh, okay.
I like that shit.
It's stupid. Think, like, it's very 28 Days Later. Except it makes you feel like your most primal self.
Ugh.
I know a couple of things about Crossed, and one of the things I know is that, like, within the first, I think, 5 pages of Volume 1, somebody throws a baby into a windshield. Like a fucking, like the baby's a brick. I'm a big fan of that. It's great. Hey, also, like, brief aside, Mr. Ennis, do you have, like, a thing against babies?
Yes.
Because,
are we
like,
talking about the same Ennis?
I'm
Mr.
almost
the boys Ennis?
Yeah.
I'm almost certain that he is one of those people that would tweet like, God, why do people gotta like go places with their kids when I'm around?
No, it's not even that. It's specifically infants. Like,
I'll be honest, I find a lot of his stuff pretentious and borderline.
Oh, for sure.
Right, like, it's very childish.
A lot of his writing is just fucking pretentious as all fuck, and it's like you can do a deconstruction of the superhero genre
and not be the worst.
And not be so fucking bush league with it.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only reason he even got anywhere is because he made a comic about a superhero hooker. That's literally what got him noticed.
Hey gang, brief aside. Hey guys, do you ever think about the fact that
sometimes
Garth Ennis, that, like, the strongest arguments that the Frank Matt community, that the people who ship the Punisher and Daredevil, the strongest panels we have were all written by Garth Ennis?
What?
No, I didn't know that.
For a man who I'm, like, 75% sure is homophobic, their interactions in those comics are fucking capital F fruity.
Oh yeah.
Punisher kills the Marvel Universe, ends with Frank realizing that he's killed Matt and being so unbelievably heartbroken about it that he then kills himself. Which could mean nothing.
I mean, it's Frank Castle, so it literally means nothing. I'm just kidding.
It's a little... You know? That's all I'm saying.
would...
All I'm saying is it's a little...
Little
but,
sketchy, a little fruity.
A little fruity!
Little bit of peach there.
As far as I'm concerned, I always find it funny when people try to put Frank Castle in a specific bubble when that's not even what his character is supposed to be.
Nah, I hate it. That's a
and I think the greatest irony in the world. I'm sorry. I just think the greatest irony in the world, right, is seeing every good old boy, NRA loving motherfucker with Punisher tattoos and Punisher emblems.
He'd hate you, brother.
Yeah, that man Frank Castle's my hero. Having just completely not understanding the concept of Frank Castle's character.
He'd hate you, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
He would. You would be the next on his fucking list to put down.
I have, I was about to say, unironically, a great transition. One of the things I want to talk about at length is the versions of Frank Castle that I like. Because I think there's a lot of interesting... Lio made a really good video a little while back, talking about I don't remember the name. One of the ones that Garth Ennis wrote. And he was talking about how he found it, like, the most interesting, and I was like, I think it's funny because I hate this interpretation a lot. And I was sitting there and I was like half tempted to make a companion piece and be like, no, this is the version, because I want to talk about specifically, Max, thank you. I want to talk about specifically Punisher Season 2 in the Netflix verse, because I think that's the best that Frank's ever been written, and I want to talk about, like, why I think that is. From, like, a queer AFAB's point of view. But another one that we have that's, like, a good chunk of the... I'm a good chunk of the way in, is called...
Oh, wait, I want to read... Because someone's like, I didn't know he made The Boys. But let's be clear. If you're only familiar with the TV show...
No, he didn't.
That's not what he wrote.
No.
The adaptation fixes pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The comics are bad.
The comics are bad. And people who, like, have consumed both will tell you so. Like...
Another one that's I'm a good chunk of the way through, it's called, Of Camp and Coping, the Best Dark Magical Girl series, where I'm going to... We're gonna tiptoe,
because the window,
because
the tulips. Sorry.
Because I watched, Suicide Girl, I read Suicide Girl, and it kind of fundamentally rewired my brain chemistry, and I need to talk to you about how good this fucking manga is.
For the people in my stream, whoever, if there is anyone in my stream, Suicide Girl is a lot better than how it sounds.
It's so good. Unironically, it's some of the best mental health rep I've ever seen. I'm so stoked to talk about it for prolonged periods of time. I have one titled, Of Fashion and Fear. We're gonna be talking about the Lana lore. Listen, I'm not saying that it's the reason that I'm having this mental breakdown. I am saying that I'm in part 2 and it's 11 pages long. But, I'm also, like, not even halfway done. I'm not even halfway done with part 2. So, okay. I have a lot of thoughts about the Lana lore, like, a concerning amount. And I have to, like... Sometimes this is why I hate being an adult. This is why I hate being a grown adult. And I'm gonna explain it to you. Is because sometimes I get absurdly attached to something, and then I find out that it's made by children, and I have to, like, and every fiber of my being that wants to lose its fucking mind about, like, this is so badly constructed, I want to fucking lose it, and then I'm like, no, they've never done something like this before. They probably haven't consumed a lot of media like this before. They have no clue what they're doing, and you can see that. Be nice. And, like, kids can make bad shit, but, like, they're not bad people. It's just so... This is an ARG put together by people who have, like, not consumed a real ARG. You know what I mean? So I have to, like, this one was put on hold temporarily while I finished some other stuff, because, like, now, the next step of this is I have to go watch, I think, like, 4 multi-hour live streams to comb them for stuff that'll be important later. And that might not be important later, but I have to put it down because that's how this shit works. I have 2 videos about Dragon Age planned. One where I talk about, my Thetis, which I was originally planning on shelving, but now that we know that it's just fucking Jover, I might as well.
Did you slam your Thetis in the car door?
I slammed my Thetis in the car door. Oh!
What?
No, that's the Daffy Duck
Oh,
string.
sorry, the meme. Sorry, I was like, wait, did you see something cool?
Jesus.
No, you slammed your Thetis in the car door.
And then I'm going to write a long fucking angry video about how much I fucking hate the Phantom. The DA fandom sucks! The DA fandom sucks! I need you to not be racist for 45 minutes!
Well, Heaton, maybe
exactly
you want to
how I feel
rethink it, because
about
now it's all you have.
You know what's funny?
Now it's all there is.
I feel the same way about Rorschach.
Please.
Unless that cool one with Charlie Cox and hold on. It's coming soon. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
He played Gollum.
For everybody.
Oh, Andy Serkis.
And
For
Andy
everyone that's coming
Serkis.
in on my side. Hello.
Hello.
I'm glad y'all are here.
They already announced that there's going to be a live action TV show, even though the game's not out yet. By the way, Heaton.
Pog!
What?
Good! Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Avi and I are gonna start working on a video about Jujutsu Kaisen now that the series is over, mostly to dig at the fandom.
Oh yeah.
And then
That's gonna be fun.
my other one that I have drafted, that I was going to do was on mouthwashing, but I'm gonna get back to that when I'm a little, you know, when we're better up here.
Maybe the fandom will get their act together.
Maybe.
Stop getting on Curly when it's part of the metaphor.
I'm so glad you asked what the fuck is mouthwashing. I'm so glad I have a fucking... So
There's a
for
VOD.
those of you...
I got news for you. Let me tell you.
In case you haven't,
God damn it.
in case you've been living under an indie
There we go.
an indie horror game rock.
Unless you've been living on...
Mouthwashing was
There's
horror
over-
game of the year last year, like hands down.
Over on the VOD channel, I played through all of Mouthwashing, and you should watch it because it's some of the most uncomfortable I've ever been playing a video game. People keep telling me
I'll
to play
never
it.
forget
You should watch a
mad
playthrough
you
of
got
it
at
first.
me. How mad
Yeah!
you got at me because you were like, "Is it almost done?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure it's almost done." And you're like, "There's one more section."
There's more!
But I knew that it was either 1 or 2, and there was no point in stopping now because the next stream would be like 15 minutes. So you were like, "I want this to be over."
The only other, like, non-video essay, long-form video I have scripted was somebody brought up...
Chi-chi.
somebody mentioned this, like, in passing, and then I expressed, I was like, would anybody actually, like, wanna would you guys want to watch this? Would be a video about my manga collection.
Yo, fight pins. No, they're not for you.
And people were talking about that, and I thought about scripting it as a video. But I think instead of a video, I think I'd like to do a stream about that. I think that'd be a little more interesting.
15 hours.
Show me your collection now.
No.
Do I don't think I have a current photo of... Hang on.
No, you have to donate. If you want pics, if you want spine pics, you have to donate.
Show me your collection, all of your collections. I would love to do a video of my figure collection when I have it all. But like 75% of it's back at home. Hang on. Cause I can't, cause it's not behind me anymore. I'm in the downstairs office now. Hang on one second. Is Brooke downstairs with you, or is she upstairs?
No, she's upstairs.
Okay.
Probably chillin'. Big chillin'.
Brooke,
You can't just flop on my... Wait, you were gonna scratch at me?
Solid.
No.
And...
No. Hold on.
Damn.
Turn on your toy. You'll be rambunctious.
I have asked her to take a picture because she's upstairs in the office. Because I don't think I have a current picture. I mean, I can just talk about it now, I guess. Damn, she said no chat. Good if I join it. Oh yeah, we're just hang on.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're
Damn it.
Everybody say thank you, Brooke. Says
Thank you,
no,
Brooke.
then
Thank
sends
you,
you
Brooke.
says no, sends you a pic 5 minutes later. Yeah, that's about it.
Sounds about right.
Oh, damn it. Hang on. Can you move the skull and the ones stacked up in front? I don't remember what's there.
Jesus.
She has to help me. I don't remember. I think I have a picture of the current... Okay, so something you need to know about me. I have a, I got a thing of Chupa Chups from Nezzy that came in a plastic skull.
Interesting.
I want to use it for something for storage down here later, but I don't have the shelves for it right yet this second. Hang on, has image. Where is... Because I reorganized. And then I can just show you the new stuff. So for those of you who know TM, my favorite thing in the whole wide world is Rurouni Kenshin. Before you even start, yes, I know what the creator did. I've liked it since I was like 8 years old. It was a fundamental part of my childhood growing up, and it has developed into a fundamental part of my personality. I'm hyper-fixated. There's nothing I can do about it. I buy everything. Nothing gets back to him. This is the one time we get to abuse the manga industry for our own benefit.
It is important.
I don't have a picture. So I don't have a picture of... Okay, so I don't have a picture of the current setup. I have... But I have... I have everything, TM. But it's... You know what? You're right. It was written by Hatsune Miku. Thank you, Brooke. So...
I was making a joke and I was muted.
Good job.
Asanu Miku is for when, you know, the person that shall but not be named is a transphobe. When it's something like this, you know, it just kind of appeared.
You're so right.
Rurouni Kenshin appeared out of the ether.
I can't believe that he spawned himself in.
Yeah.
So the first thing I want to show you is
your mom.
Hatsune Miku made Minecraft. This is fact.
Let me... Oh, no. What the fuck? What?
Oh. Zoom. Vine Boom. Play Vine Boom.
What the? Stop. There we go. Jesus.
You know about Gaper Bingzoid?
Bingzoid. There we go. Okay. What the fuck?
At this point, what hasn't Hatsune Miku written?
There we go. Okay. Whatever.
Minecraft. No, wait.
No, she did Minecraft.
That's the thing she's primarily known for.
Yeah.
So I'll put this over here, and then we'll move chat down. So I'll start with this, because this is my fucking pride and joy.
Look at my son.
Son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for.
There's
So much more.
Sorry, we did it wrong. It's look at my son.
Pride is not the word I'm looking for.
Listen, it's fine to make fun of Limo Miranda just a little.
Just a little bit.
Don't make it your whole personality. Some of y'all are acting crazy, but like, we can make fun of him a little.
I have to... We'll move me over here. And then where's my chair? Maybe. There we go.
Oh, damn.
And now we lock. There we go. Okay. So. So this is these are all my Shonen Jumps.
Yeah.
I was collecting them since I was like 13, thereabouts. So I have the most recent one was the last one that was ever published. I have the last physical volume that they published.
Alright.
The oldest one I have is 96, I think. But the oldest, and it's because that one's not on the shelf because it's a surprise tool that'll help us later. But the one on the oldest one on this shelf is this green one. next to the Chainsaw Man box set. That's from 03. And then it's 2 from 06, a couple from and then it started. I think my collection picked up in 07. And then I have them up until and then I have them up until 2012 when they were discontinued. I still look for them in like comic shops. Sometimes people sell them. So I've also been I try and pick them up at cons if I see them. So if you see somebody selling one, let me know, because I still collect them. I like print media. I don't know what to tell you. In this picture also, you can see my, I have the box set of part 1 of Chainsaw Man. My box set of, what is it? It's everything from...
I believe that's got Dressrosa in it.
Yeah, it's Dressrosa to Reverie is the box set we have. So it's all of Dressrosa. So it's Dressrosa, Whole Cake, Zoe. Yeah, and then the Reverie. But the Nutsoid one, because you're like, that's a lot. Okay, so
Damn.
So this is the current collection. This whole shelf.
This whole shelf that you're
This is
totally seeing on my stream.
Oh, you know what? You know what's easier? Hang on.
Your mom.
Rude.
I was right.
You're right.
It's actually actively easier for me to just... It's time we switched over. I'm just gonna open CSP and I'll... Because then I can scroll and you can see it better. Open.
Open says me.
Okay, there we go. Because then I can zoom in. So this is the current collection. She's a little disorganized right now. I normally alphabetize her, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll start at the bottom and work my way up, I guess. I may still make a full video about this at some point, but you know, you're here now, so why not? So starting at the bottom, is the 2 Tankobon volumes of Sengoku Basara, which I love. Please, Capcom, please, put in my little baby hands, please. It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years, please, please.
No.
No. Capcom is only reviving the things people remember.
Oh.
Including Dino Crisis now, apparently. That was Capcom.
Yeah!
Right?
Fuck you! Fuck you!
People remember Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis!
I knew what Dino Crisis was before. You keep saying Sengoku Basara, and I keep going Gesundheit. Never fucking heard of that in my life. It was
you're a
once on
bitch!
me.
You're a punk bitch! If you were a real one, you'd know. But you're not! You're not a real one!
Nobody is.
Then Romeo x Juliet. I like Romeo x Juliet because I liked like the fact that it was like, hey, you like high fantasy action shit. And I'm like, yeah, I do quite a bit actually. You like Shakespeare? Yeah, I do quite a bit actually. I have autism. And they were like, yeah. Here's both. And I like it. It's not anything particularly, like, spectacular. Won't set your world on fire, but I liked it. Then I have the manga version of Les Mis. Mainly because I think it's funny. I like Les Mis, but I saw this and was like, well, I have to put it on the shelf, you know? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Is this allowed?
Is this allowed?
What the fuck?
Is this allowed?
Is that shit like
Wait.
all?
Hey, top 10 vines that don't deserve their popularity. That one.
Anything with Logan Paul.
True.
What viral ones are his? I can't even think of one.
A few of
Replace
them.
them all with the Bo Burnham ones.
True. I love Darker Than Black. I love Darker Than Black a lot. It's a really good series. I really like the anime. I haven't seen season 2 because everyone told me it sucked. The manga is not a direct adaptation. It's its own thing, and it's weird, and it falls kind of out of line with the rest of the stuff in the original manga, so I don't know, but I like Darker Than Black, and I wanted more of it injected directly into my veins. I'll probably show DTB to you guys at some point. You'd like it. 86! I started watching 86, and I liked it. And then I started picking up the manga because I watched it and I really liked it. I don't like a lot of mech shit. Sue me. I don't like robots as much. But what I do like, every so often, a little sprinkle of political intrigue. I like a little political intrigue. You know? Don't mind if I do. And 86 has some good political intrigue. Also, hi, the body horror in my robot manga? You don't say. Hum num 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 num. I only recently started Magus Bride. I like it so far. I've been having a good time with it. I like it mostly because I like old school, like, Gaelic myth. I think that shit rules. So, I mean, most people who knew about Magus Bride were gonna fucking like it. I don't know if you'd call it romance? Maybe? Air quotes? I don't know. I like it. I think it's good. Akane Banashi? Fucking read this. You motherfuckers are so fucking Adderall pilled. You can't read shonen manga if there's not fistfights in it. Shut up. You're stupid. Read Akane Banashi. It's so good. I love fucking hobby manga. I love fucking, like, special interest manga. It gives me the good shit. And I loved learning about Rakugo and, like, this interesting facet of Japanese culture via the lens of my daughter Akane. I love her. Like, this manga has made me fucking sob. It's so good. And there's something that's so, like, maybe it's because I was a performing arts kid, but, like, there's something so fucking tasty about the way that it portrays, like, the performing arts. And I'm stoked about it. It's just cool. I like learning new stuff about stuff. I like all of the cool, like, social intrigues of show business, and especially this niche, like, hyper-specific, fucking, culturally relevant one. It's so good. I can't recommend it enough. It's so spectacular. Watched all of Bakuno. It's amazing. Love Ryogo Narita. So what you're telling me is that it's the 1920s and Prohibition is happening, and we're
Oh,
doing
man.
gang wars. But a handful of the like 20 characters in this show are just completely and fucking totally immortal. That's tasty. That's tasty. Fucking,
I'd say that tastes pretty good.
I love the way that Ryogo Narita writes. You two, I'm so excited for you two to get around to when we watch Bakuno and Durarara, because you'll see, I love his fucking non-linear bullshit. It makes me so happy. It's so good. I have all of Black Cat.
Black Cat's cool.
Black Cat's really cool.
No, you did. Something was missing because I got
14
stuck.
14 and 15 were missing, which was weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But now we have them again. They're library copies. A good chunk of the ones in here, in my collection of the old ones, are library copies. This is another one that's, like, not necessarily, like, the pinnacle of anything, but I really like it. There's, like... Sometimes things don't need to be high art for me to just be like... You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like Star Wars.
Yeah, like Star Wars. And this is, like, just a good, solid, all-around, like, action adventure. I like it. I like a story about redemption. I like a story about becoming a better person. About improving the lives of those around you as you improve yourself. It's good shit.
The villain's gay.
The villain's...
For the main character.
The villain's gay. He's weird, too. He's gay and weird and weirdly gay, and I love that for him. Hi, I need Yamaguchi-sensei to stop whatever he's doing, because it's mean to me specifically. I think I can count the number of volumes of Blue Period I've read without having, like, an existential breakdown on one hand. You like depression, don't you, Heaton? Oh, you'll notice a pattern.
It's not about liking. It's that's like you like men. No, I am gay. There's a difference, right?
I like men. No, I am gay. That's so good. Jesus.
You like depressive media? No, I am troubled.
I am depressed. I have a mental illness.
Yeah, we can't.
But, like...
It's not a preference.
Blue Period has been really interesting for me.
Hi.
Blue Period's been very interesting for me at this particular phase of my life. Because, like, as somebody who is developing a very complicated relationship to art, it's really good to see and feel that amplified in a way that is tangible. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of stories in general about art and the process of making art make that feeling you have when you hate your own work feel so final. But one of the things I love about Blue Period is that Yatora is constantly falling in and out and in and out and in and out of love with art. Because as somebody who's so new to it, there's these points where you make a big discovery, or you learn something new or consume a new technique, and you're like, oh my god, art's so cool, I love making art, art's the best! But then you hit the wall again, and immediately you're like, this fucking sucks, I'm so stupid, I'm terrible, I'll never be able to do anything good ever again. And, like, it demonstrates that feeling without making it feel finite. Or making Yatora feel weak. You know what I mean? It portrays this as, like, no, this is part of the process. This is what happens when you're new, when you will fall in and out of love with your artwork for the entirety of your life. There'll be periods where you hate it, but there'll be others where you just love it. And it's great, and it's so cool. And, like, the most recent arc where they're talking about their friend who committed suicide, and this gallery trying to, like, gobble up all of her artwork it's like all of these, it talks about these things in such a way that like it feels resonant, you know what I mean, to like the artist experience, to and especially to
your jacket.
Huh?
My dad stole your jacket and he said it sucks to suck.
Damn, that sucks. Rip and piss.
He's wearing it for one night for a birthday party, if that is okay.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay. He said it's cool.
This is how you know that we're dating, is your dad is stealing my clothes.
He changed his mind. It's a leather jacket.
Good job. Fucking, but I love this manga. I recommend it highly. Especially if you're listen, it's resonant if you're any kind of artist. It is especially resonant if you are a fine artist. Busan Rankin was made by, the same, ephemeral entity that made Kenshin, and so I read it. And it's not as good, but, I do really like it. I think it did a lot of cool, interesting things for, like, action shonen. But it wasn't, like, the revelatory experience that I think Kenshin is. So I recommend it, but it's not, like, you know, it isn't something that, like, I'm gonna push on you. I think it's good. A lot of the action stuff in here is good mid. And I'm a big fan of good mid, you know? We can't be fucking licking the Mona Lisa all the goddamn time. Sometimes you need to eat a saltine and relax. Doro Hedoro, I started picking up, once I started watching the anime. So I'm still in the phase of collecting what's, in the anime. Once I get out, I'll start reading it again, but I love Doro Hedoro. I love Q. Shout out to my fellow weird women. Shout out weird bitches! As a fellow weird bitch!
Weird bitches unite?
I also...
Weird bitches stand up.
Weird bitches stand up. I don't even know how you'd... Watch, like, the first episode or two of Doro Hedoro, and if you don't like it, then you'd stop. Because it's only gonna get weirder. The one thing I'll say about Doro Hedoro is I have never encountered something that was
Miyamo,
so... Yeah?
Sorry to interrupt you again. Dad said that when you get the jacket to put leather lotion on it.
Yep. Gotcha.
Dad said it puts the lotion on the skin.
Thank you.
And then he hissed at me, so take that how you will.
Thank you, Mr. Wolf.
Mr. Wolf. That was sticking on my head. Also, hi, Hexbox. How are you doing? Sorry, someone in my cat.
I've never encountered something that was so, like, tonally inconsistent, non-pejorative. The tone of this shit is all the fuck over the place, but, like, it never feels wrong. Like, I never get whiplash, despite the fact that we keep taking hairpin turns, you know what I mean? I love it. I recommend it. It's just real weird. DramaCon, I have, for personal reasons. Because I was this kid. I have had this experience. This is from the perspective of a girl going to her tabling at her first anime con in her 20s. Back in the 2000s, and I had this experience. This is so fucking arrow in the throat relatable, and I was like, I gotta freaking just give it to me, just put it in my mouth. Drifters is so good. I'd like to introduce you to something that's so good, that's so unreasonably good, that has no right to be as good as it is. This is made by... Drifters is made by the guy who made, Hellsing. And the premise is a bunch of, famous war heroes from all throughout history get fucking isekai'd to a fucking Tolkien-esque fantasy world where they have to fight in a fantasy war and the main characters, it's like Fate if Fate was good. Yeah, kinda. This is what I wanted Fate to be! And it's good! But as you would expect from the man who wrote Hellsing, it's incredibly violent. And I'm also gonna hit you with the left hook and not explain anything further. Jesus is the antagonist. Moving on. Durarara's great. I love Durarara. More of Ryoga Narita's weird bullshit, please. In my mouth. Nom 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 nom.
That's...
Yeah, you should watch Drifters. You should read it or watch it. Yeah, Jesus Christ is the fucking main antagonist. Do with that what you will.
Have you seen Death Mount Dead Play? Or Dead Mount Death Play? I think it's by the same person who made Durarara.
It's in my it's on my list. Because Narita wrote it, and I love Narita's writing.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I think you'd like it.
I love modern fantasy. I love modern fantasy. That's... I can't even summarize this. It's just wild. Weird shit happens in Ikebukuro, the series. Okay. The thing about fake, right? If you're like me, and you were an AFAB in the mid-2000s, and you were big in the yaoi scene, I know it's BL now, I know what I said. If you were big in the yaoi scene, you would have never heard of this. This is probably one of the best long-form BL I've ever partaken in. I love it. It's up there in my, top 10s of some of my favorite things that I've read. It's just good shit. Specifically, because... So the premise of Fake is... It is a pair of New York cops who are partnered together. And it's just a buddy cop drama. Except eventually they kiss. And then eventually they fuck. But one of the things that I like about it was this came out in the mid to late 90s. When I tell you, this is about a pair of New York, American New York cops. They have adopted a biracial kid. They have a biracial son. His name's Bicky. He's mixed, I think black mom, white dad, I think. I don't know if we ever find out actually, but we know that he's mixed race and he's half black. He has dark skin, blonde hair, and I love that for him. And there is a point where not only do we say the word bisexual, but the main, one of the two main love interests is openly and, loudly bisexual. He's like, aw, man, I fucking... Don't you love it when men? But don't you also love it when women?
You're making me want to watch the OVA now. Stop.
It's so good! And,
It's so good. It's one of my favorites out there that I saw on YouTube circa, 2014?
You should read the manga.
I want to. I have to find it somewhere.
I'll find it for you. Because the whole story's great. This is the thing, right? I love this because, and you'll know, if you were part of that scene in the background times, there is a moment that was fucking revolutionary for the community at the time. And it's when a big thing happens. And Rio, our resident soft boy, tells Adi, his love interest, he's like, I don't care anymore, just do whatever you want. Do whatever you want to me. And he looks at him and goes, no. He's like, what? You've been trying to get with me this whole time, why not? And D looks at him and goes, you are emotional, you are unstable, I am not going to take advantage of you like this. I'll come back to you when we solve this and everything's together. If you say yes again, then we can do stuff. He's like, I'll make jokes. There's a lot of jokes of him being like, trying to steal a kiss or whatever. Like, very harmless, like, romance trope shit, right? But the minute that something serious happens, he's like, no. Your consent is compromised. I'm not doing that. I'll come back to you when you're together and yourself. We're not doing this. And I was fucking foaming at the mouth! It's so good, and they have such great chemistry and, like, well-established intimacy. Oh my god. My introduction to BL was Junjo Romantica and Egoist. Oh. You know what? I don't care what your gender is. My sister... If you're a trans mask, if you're a mab, I don't care. If your introduction to yaoi was Junjo Romantica, Egoist, Tagai no Chi, Loveless, Gravitation, we're sisters now. Oh god. Oh, that's another video I wanted to make. That's another video I want to make. I want to make a video talking about, like, the old yaoi. I want to talk about Loveless, Gravitation, Tsukisho, and Junjo Romantica.
I return. I heated up food.
I can
this
smell
stream
that.
is brought to you by Factor. No,
I
but
wish.
please give us a free box, Factor. That's all you need. We'll buy it anyway. Factor's good.
Behind the skull is the Fate Zero manga, which is the only Fate that I like. Fate Zero is the only good one. You can fight me. I'll win. Levels will never be finished. Good. Fate Zero is the only good one. It's the only interesting one. It's the only one that actually capitalizes on its premise and isn't weird. And even then, it's kind of weird. And then also behind the skull is Fire Punch. Listen.
You know how Chainsaw Man?
What if? Fuji, I liked Chainsaw Man. I was like, I'll read Fujimoto's other thing. And I bought the first 3 issues of Fire Punch at MomoCon.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot understand the best way for me to describe to you the experience of reading Fire Punch is that the first volume opens up with the main character cutting off his own arm, regrowing it, and then cutting off his own arm again, and then regrowing it, and then cutting his own arm off again, so that way he can feed his village. And it just kind of implodes from there. I mean, Fire Punch is a lot. It's really good. But every so often, this is how you know. I'm currently still reading Chainsaw Man. And I still currently am enjoying Chainsaw Man. For those of you who know where Chainsaw Man's at, like right now, every time I read a new chapter of Chainsaw Man and some fuck shit happens, I sit there and I think to myself, remember the dog. Remember the dog, and it could be worse. Remember the power plant. It could be worse. And that grounds me. And you know, we all need that in our lives, I think. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Basically, if you thought Chainsaw Man was fucked, Fire Punch is fucked. Okay. We're gonna talk about Gangsta for a minute.
Yeah.
Gangsta was a manga I picked up on a whim. It is easily in my top 5 favorite manga that I've ever read. Easily. This is so good. It did have an anime adaptation. It was like the first arc, or the first couple major arcs. And it was done by Monglobe before they got shut down, which sucks, because it was so fucking good, and it could have been so great, and it wasn't, because they went bankrupt. So, I want you to get so fucking close right now. Every time motherfuckers complain that, like, oh, there's no XYZ in manga, they're wrong, because it's here. This manga contains excellent depictions of the following: queer people, black people, people of various people of color, mixed race people of color, disabled people, and sex work. When I tell you the 3 main characters, of the 3 main characters, 2 of them are sex workers, 1 of them female, 1 of them male, 2 of the main characters are disabled, 1 of them is that male sex worker, the other one is totally deaf, communicates the entire series with JSL. In both the anime and in the manga, they make note to denote when he speaks out loud that he speaks with a deaf person's affect. Because he was born completely deaf, he can't hear at all.
Also in the anime, Nico, his VA was Sudaken.
Yeah, it's Sudaken.
That's Nanami, for reference.
Yeah. And he does the deaf person affect.
Warwick is voiced by Sukuna, which is insane to me.
It's insane.
This is some of the best, like, dramatic crime drama I've ever read. It's so good. And the way that Kosuke sensei, the way that she draws, you'll pick up a volume of this, look at it, and be like, that's why Heaton's art's like that now. Yeah. People out here complaining there's no gay people in anime, like Elle and Kira aren't right there. So if I liked Baccano, I'd like... If you liked Baccano, you would fucking love this! This is so good. And I love, like... It's so... All of its themes are so strong. It's so fucking good. And I love it. And the worst part is, when the last time it was updated? 2019.
Oh.
Listen, I follow Sensei on her fucking, I sub to her fucking, Pixiv
fan box.
Yeah, her Pixiv fan box. It's like Patreon, but for Pixiv. So she's alive, she's doing shit, she's working. Unfortunately, Sensei herself, surprise, is disabled. She's missing an eye.
She's just like me.
Oh.
No, I think she had to have it out. I think it's gone.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm catching up.
But she's blind in one eye. And she's chronically ill. She has a lot of respiratory problems. I was so scared during COVID. I was like, please, Sensei, wear a mask. Stay inside. If you die, what'll I do? But I sub to her fan box, and I look at her art. So she's still alive. She's still doing shit. She's still drawing her children, but she's still drawing her babies. But it was also great. I saw her talking about how she's working with CSP now, and the 3D models are actually helping compensate for her vision loss. So she's back. So she's getting back to back to full strength, and I'm so glad. I'm happy. Listen, I want her to take it easy because I want Sensei to get well. However, You'd love
like
this.
Kosuke is
Have you seen
doing
91
a
Days?
lot
I have.
better.
It's very good.
It seems like Kosuke's doing a lot better though. She posts all the time about like her meals and her physical therapy.
Yeah, she's doing great. I'm so proud of her.
And her
Everyone,
art-
we clap, clap, clap for Sensei.
Clap, clap.
As an immunocomp person who got COVID 7 times, the long COVID and symptoms that stayed after is horrible. You got COVID
Yeah.
7 times?
Jesus.
How are you alive? I think after number 3, I'd have just killed myself. Truly. I think that would have been it.
no.
Did you get, okay, if this is like, I have no fucking clue. If this is too, like...
They were completing the achievement. They needed to get every strand.
Every status effect at once, yeah. You needed how do we get here?
COVID emeralds. The 7 COVID emeralds is insane, actually. Oh my god.
Did you get... if this is too personal a question, you don't have to answer it. Which time did you get long COVID?
All of them.
All of them. I got long COVID every time.
It was every
They don't
single
tell you.
one.
The third time. Okay, I was gonna say, part of me is like, it'd be really funny if it was one of the ones in the middle.
Oh god, hello?
If it was, hi, you're still here, we can still hear
Hi.
you.
Okay, cool.
Have you read the Pokemon Adventures manga? I have not.
Oh, I would recommend it. It does. You know how
I've been
probably
thinking
heard
about
that,
it.
like, sometimes it.
I watched a video about the Emerald, I think it's the Emerald Adventures manga, and I was like, okay, this actually sounds really cool, I might start reading these. They urge you to support and validate those you look up to despite and because of their disabilities versus the urge to demand more content because you have the deep need to consume. I'm autistic! I'm autistic and she created one of my hyperfixations! What am I to do? The hyper-empathy is winning out, but not by much!
Check it.
So there's some stuff behind here, but I'll just go over what's on the pile. J.K. Haru is a sex worker in another world is so good. What do you think about Dandadan? I don't know. I don't have any particularly strong thoughts. I like Dandadan. Dandadan's great. I'm really liking it. I think
you said the title wrong. I think the title is J.K. Haru is a sex worker in another world.
So J.K. Haru is a sex worker in another world is really good. I love feminist literature. Like, there's something that's it's dark. Is that the one where she has the powers of everyone she has sex with and secretly has sex with the demon lord? Yes. And he's really sexy.
He said it, not me.
Oshinoko manga. Yeah, I also, yeah. So, okay, here's the thing,
Shinoko's
right?
good.
Here's the thing. I'll talk about Oshinoko real quick. I'll divert. I like Oshinoko. And I get it. It's good, but the ending made me upset. Okay, good. I was gonna say, everybody saw the bit, right? And they lost their fucking minds. They started frothing at the mouth. And I'm like, you need to understand context. Things are not individual screenshots. It doesn't go anywhere. But Aqua specifically says that he has no feelings for his sister, and that Ruby only has feelings for him because of the complicated cocktail of emotions that come with finding out that he's the person who saved her life when she was younger. They don't have a romantic relationship. She's just having like a fucking PTSD moment. Relax.
It doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere. He shuts it down. But like, the ending is really sad, and it's sad and it's sharp. Like, it just happens. But like, I don't feel like it could have ended any other way. I just don't think JK Haru, are there sex scenes? Yes and no. There are, but they're not explicit. They're very, like... It's a hard thing to describe. I don't see them as being very... They're not, like, horny in any way. They're kind of just a mechanic of the story, and they're sort of just treated like that. And that's really interesting, and I like that a lot. I recommend it. I think it's really cool. The one thing I'll warn you about is parts of it get really dark, and in a very, like, realistic way. I'd read content warnings before, but I liked it. I thought it was really good. It made me really emotional. The One Piece Aces story I picked up because I was curious about it. I liked it. It was cool. I hate this guy's... This is the guy who does the art for Dr. Stone. I fucking hate his artwork. I think it's really ugly.
Yeah,
but
he's the one who did the chapter for, oh my god, I think Impel Down, that arc?
Yeah,
He did the fight with,
his
Kafka
art's
and Nami.
really ugly.
It's bad.
But the...
And, like, listen, there's a lot of technical skill there, yeah? But, like, it always really hits when a lot of these mangakas draw women, because what the fuck was that?
It's so true. Detroit Become Human!
Check your DMs. Please check your DMs. That's all.
I love her.
That like
This is
one
also
with her
announcement of-
scrunched face all the way in the camera is I sent you my beans. Please
Please
respond.
That would be...
This is also me telling you that I'm trapped.
I
Help.
sent you my beans, please respond. My daughter-in-law.
Your daughter-in-law.
The
Yeah.
Duchess.
I don't think that's a daughter-in-law. I think that's a stepdaughter.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I forgot,
No.
pronouns are she, they, so sister is okay. Pog. Good shit. Thank you for letting me know.
Very cool.
You may
Oh,
have
you're
to...
she they? You don't say.
As a fellow she, they.
Who's calling my phone?
How is the chicken? The chicken is good. She's doing good. My fucking audience craves the chicken. I posted a picture of her, got
We
7...
love-
Please consider what you just said.
They love her.
I want you. Okay, Heaton.
She's not that kind of chicken.
I know. It's just really funny that
I know.
you said my audience craves the chicken.
Also, hi, I started reading this, like, Detroit Become Human, like, anthology manga, because I saw it on the shelf and was like, give me that, I have to partake in it, I think it'll be funny, and then turns out it's actually really interesting and good. Did you know that if you give a cool premise to somebody that's not David Cage, a good story happens? Did you know?
Yeah.
Did you know? Did you
Oh, yeah,
know?
that happened. Okay, Butchess, it's time. You have to get off. Please.
I want to talk about fucking Kagurabachi. You motherfuckers were so fucking smart. You thought you were on some shit. And then what happened? JJK ended, and you fucking scrambled to the wind, and were like, oh, wait a minute, this thing that we were relentlessly making fun of is actually really good. Shut up. Shut up. Some of you fuckers don't get rights because you were mean to my boy, and you should fucking apologize because it's good. It's good shit. Fucking Kagurabachi is genuinely really good. It feels like that good mid 2000s, like slightly darker, grounded, like a little edgy. I love it. It's so good. I love my boy. I love Chihiro. He's such a good character. He's so fucking interesting. There's a lot of nuance. The arts are really cool. The fucking magic system is cool. Kagurabachi's cool. It's good shit. It's good. And I'm tired of people being like, I like it because it's edgy. And it's like, you're dumb. You're dumb and you're cringe, and I want you out of my fucking house. Go home. Piss your pants. That's my screed. Please read Kagurabachi.
I know, like, Kagurabachi was a big thing, like, while Jujutsu Kaisen was still going, but, like, people were like, oh my god, yeah, no, this is, like, the best anime ever, blah, 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 go read it. Whilst at the same time, people were like, what the fuck is Kagurabachi? I don't remember people clowning on it.
People did clown on it.
Unless I'm stupid.
They did, because Jump was pushing it. Apologize for my terrible jokes and low-tier sense of humor. You should.
Maybe.
Jesus.
I'm just kidding.
Tell them how you really feel.
No, we're on Twitch. No, anyway, I'm just kidding. I started reading Thou May Burn to Ash because of Sid Snap, and it's really good. I said this in the Doubt video. I like shitty death game manga. I like them a lot. That's my go-to garbage. I love, like, shitty survival death game manga. It's good. It keeps my fucking wheels turning. And this is probably one of the better death games that I've ever read. I like it. I like that all the main characters are sociopaths for once, because I'm so tired of everyone having one fucking Makoto Naegi motherfucker who's like, oh, we have to do it together. Fuck you. This is a fucking death game. I'm winning. Fuck you, die. And I'm here for it. I'm here for having a series like this where they're like, no. Where the main character's like, no, I'm a sociopath. I'm going to kill all of you the most efficient way possible because I have to go home. Fuck off. And it's good, and I like it. It's really gory. A lot of bad things happen to people in it. But I like it because it's fucking over the top and dumb as fuck, which is something you'll notice a lot of. If I recall, part of the clowning was people saying it was the best cause. All that was before the first chapter even came out. Yeah, they were, because Jump was pushing it. And so people were... Jump was pushing it, and so they were like, hey, and then it was good, and then they were dumb.
Being sarcastic about it.
Yeah.
Got it.
May the best player win. Oh, I plan to, sort of beat. Exactly, and I love it. Directly into my mouth.
Speaking of, Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan.
That's all sounds sweet. It doesn't even matter which series you name, just all of them. Give me all of them.
I love My Dress Up Darling. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite romance manga. I pick my romance manga so carefully. It's so good. I love it. Listen, I'm gonna grab you by the fucking, I'm gonna grab the community by the fucking throat. I'm gonna pin you up against the fucking wall. Listen, I don't care if the 16-year-old girl happens to like hentai and be cute. You don't get to be a weird pervert, you motherfucker. Her relationship with her boyfriend is so incredibly good and wholesome, and they are so cute and wholesome together, and you don't get to be a fucking weird pervert about it. Shut up! Get in the water! I hate it because she's so good. Marin is so sweet and so wholesome, but she has titties, and therefore the community can't be fucking normal for 5 minutes. Shut up! I hate you. That's my daughter. You don't get to look at my daughter that way. Fuck you.
Also, I feel like Marin as a character is such like... This is the thing, right? Because My Dress Up Darling was written by a woman.
Mm-hmm. And you can tell.
And you can tell. But you can especially tell because some of the experiences that Marin goes through, I feel like is a fairly common one for a lot of AFABs when they were like growing up, circa.
mhm.
I can't say circa because I was 16 in 2016, but you weren't. But like, it's a fucking teenage experience, right? I was exposed to ecchi games in fucking 2014, probably even before that.
I was fairly young as well.
So it's like, it's a common experience, and it's kind of like nice seeing it like portrayed.
Yeah, because she doesn't like them for like a sexual reason. She's just like, oh, I love this character's narrative arc. And like, fucking women can like things and not make it about you. Shut up.
Yeah.
Also, it's a really good manga about pursuing your passions and not letting people bully you for liking weird shit, and I love that. I love that for this. I love My Dress Up Darling. Please read My Dress Up Darling. This whole fucking section of the live stream is just me grabbing you by the sides of the head and then shaking you violently and being like, read the manga I like. I'm
talk about One Within the Villainess next. I'm raising the gun. Talk about One Within the Villainess next.
Oh, I have a plan. There's a thing I want to do about the manga that I'm currently reading that are like ongoing that I read online, but that's a secret. That's a secret for another day.
Very cool.
I fucking love Record of Ragnarok. Listen. If you learn one thing about me tonight, it's that I like historical revisionist fanfiction. That's my shit. I love historical revisionist fanfic. I love when you have fictional character, when you take a historical or like mythological character and we do a fun thing with them and use them as narrative shorthand. It's good. It's good and I like it. And people should do it more. Record of Ragnarok. The premise of this fucking manga is that the gods have decided mankind is Jover. It's done. It's Dunyan rings. And then a Valkyrie is like, hang on. Humanity should get a chance to fight for their right to exist. Record of Ragnarok is a fucking series-long tournament arc where various gods from various pantheons have to beat the living shit out of some of history's greatest fucking warriors to see if the human race goes extinct. And those fist fights are framed like fucking WWE matches. It's some of my favorite shit in the world. This was targeted directly at me. It's so good. All of the men are hot. The women are hot. This was made by man-likers. Fucking... I don't know how to explain to you that fucking the biblical Adam gets into a 1v1 fist fight with Zeus and beats the fucking brakes off him. It's so good. I'm fucking screaming. I'm screaming like a fucking cicada at fucking SummerSlam. I can't. It's so good. It's so good. It's dumb and it's over the top and it's crazy as shit. And it has some of the most, like, profound emotional character arcs I've seen in manga in a long time. It's so good. I want to make a video about Record of Ragnarok as well, but I want it to be done first. I'm pissing my pants. You should read it. It's so fucking good. Fucking love Goku Rakugai as well. Goku Rakugai, I need to fucking eat. This is another one where I need to eat Sensei's art. I need to hop directly into my mouth. Also, I don't know if you know this, I'm old. I turned 30 this year. I'm a fucking hag now. And I like early to mid 2000s Demon Hunter anime a lot. And that's what Goku Rakugai is. And everyone was being shitty and weird because they're like, oh, it's me. Shut up. It's good. It's so good. It's exactly what I wanted.
Come out?
I think it's coming out in English fairly recently, but I think it's a little older than that. Hag to no Rurouni. Fuck you. You're right though. I saw somebody on. I saw.
When did it come out?
I don't know.
Heaton, gently grabs you by the shoulders. I'm older than you.
I know. I saw.
I'm not.
I saw somebody on Twitter doing like hag posting, and I was thinking about that, and I'm like, the problem is I can't post all of my multivitamins because I take them with the fucking prescription meds that I take. I could just be like, I peeled the labels off of the last like 3 bottles so you can know how many meds I have to take every night, if that's what you want. So behind these are, hang on. Ugh. Take my hoodie off. I have to take off my Creepcast hoodie. Who up creepin' they cast?
When the cast is creeping.
I think it's this one? Is this the one? Yep. So this is what's behind the big stack. So you can see these. I started reading Gate 7.
I can just pull this up on Google.
I started reading Gate 7 and then Clomp never finished it. Welcome to another episode of Heaton Likes Historical Revisionist Fanfiction. Hacksaw belongs in 23. Gross. I'm 7 years older than
24.
you. I'm 7 years older than you. So this is just more historical revisionist fanfic.
6 years older.
No, I'm 6 years older than you. I'm 7 years older than Gremlin.
Yeah.
It's funny samurai manga. I like it. I think it's cool. I love Get Backers, and I want a full series of Get Backers, but it's really expensive, because collecting retro manga is expensive. Milfton Mitsuru. Shut up. I am of beekeeping age, I guess. So the premise of Get Backers is, these 2 people with superpowers return people's lost shit. So if something gets lost or stolen, they get it back for you. Oh god. Hello? There we go, Jesus. One of them has the power is basically a human taser, and then the other one can make you hallucinate, and I love them. How can you keep bees if you're non-binary? Shut up.
Happening. It's like I try to hold this button down, but sometimes it'll just release.
We're gonna talk about Gimmick real quick. This is another video. This is another manga I want to make a video on, but finding like scanned images is really hard.
Without making them yourself, yeah.
Yeah, because this is one that none of you have ever heard of, for sure. Gimmick is a manga about a dude who does special effects movie makeup. It's an anthology series where, like, he solves a different problem using movie makeup every time, right? I told you before that Gangsta was in my top 5 favorite manga. It's Viz Media. This is I said that Gangsta was in my top 5. Gimmick is number 3. My top 3 favorite manga of all time are Rurouni Kenshin, Trigun, and Gimmick. This is, okay. You know what? All I'm gonna tell you is read it. I'm going to make a video about this at some point, somehow, some way, because I cannot stress to you how important this was to my development as an artist. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Gimmick is Blue Period, but more, is the best way to put it. I loved Goodbye Eri! Holy shit! Fujimoto does it again! Who could have guessed?
Me.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise!
Did I just barely miss the gimmick tangent?
Yes, and the whole tangent is
Fuck.
the whole tangent is rated. I'm gonna make a video.
Good. It's the
Brooke,
2911
how
manga.
dare
Please
you.
read it.
It is the
How
funny
dare-
9/11 manga.
Goodbye Eri. Goodbye Eri is such a
What?
good, like, Fujimoto loves making shit about making art, and I love that for him. It's a one-shot, pick it up, it's good. So Gunblaze West was the third thing that the Amoeboid that wrote Kenshin made, and I liked it. I thought it was interesting. Almost 3 hours. Yeah, I know, and I'm, what, halfway through the... Oh, not even? Let me
There's so much.
let me pick up a little bit. I'm getting too in the weeds.
You can always do a part 2. You can always part 2 this stream.
You're such a yapper. It's
You
true.
could.
Like I said, I
could,
want
but,
to.
like-
Well, like I said, I wanted to make like a full
You have a
scripted.
certified yapping license.
I do. Like I said, I want to make a full scripted video talking about all of the manga that I read, but. So I'll give you cliff notes. I'll keep going. I'll go a little faster. Gunblaze West is about a kid on the Wild West starting to move west, trying to find gold. I think it's really cool. I liked it a lot. It's probably fairly hard to find now that I'm thinking about it. Shikimori's not just a cutie. I'm very picky about my romance manga. This is really good. I like the romance manga where they're in a relationship already. I think it's really good. Cute. I recommend it. They have a really wholesome relationship, and I like one where the man and the woman are completely fucking equal. It's good shit. I liked the Freerin anime, so I started buying the Freerin manga. That's it. That's the whole thought. Please yap more. Get supported, nerd.
Yeah.
I liked the Freerin anime, so I started getting the Freerin manga. Shrug. There you go. Midnight Rain is a BL one-shot by CTK. I picked this up on a whim, and it was really good. I love a good, like, I'm too dangerous. You can't. He says, while being a cat. Like,
Yeah.
it's so good. The main character, he's like, I'm so dangerous, you shouldn't be near me. And he's like, yeah, then how come you're cuddling with me? Shut up. You shouldn't be letting me. He's like, well... What? It's so good.
You named me.
So
Contarella. Contarella is my favorite Vocaloid song of all time. This is ass.
Oh.
This sucked. Yeah.
Is it just like a manga adaptation of like the events of the song?
Yup, and I'm throwing it away in the garbage. It's into the garbage it goes.
That's
no,
disappointing.
sell it, and so that someone else can have it instead.
Absolute
And it would be
boy-
out of your position. You get more money out of it.
Absolute Boyfriend
You can.
is a manga that I liked when I was younger, and now I have an emotional attachment to, and so I would like to start collecting it. The premise is that a girl's like, God, I'm so lonely, I'm such a fucking, nobody will ever love me, I'm so fucking unlikable, and she finds this ad online, and they're like, do you want the perfect boyfriend? And they're like, yeah, and so they ship her a robot. And the bit is that he's supposed to be a sex bot, but shit, autism for the autism throne, yap for the yap god, shut up.
Keaton,
Fucking, but,
may I interrupt?
yeah, go ahead.
Can I go off topic for just a quick minute?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, so you know how like I said I was gonna be playing Genshin during this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's this monthly thing that starts at the beginning of the month. Like there's this entire like kind of gauntlet that you have to go through.
Right.
And while you were yapping, I went through the entirety of it.
Hell yeah.
I just thought it'd be
really funny just to mention, just like, because like it's there's
Have
just
you
so
read
lot you can
JoJo?
do when you're just listening to someone yap,
Yeah.
No. No, I'm just kidding. These aren't mine. But yes, I have. I just don't collect JoJo.
Did you, Miyamoto, did you know there's a live action of Absolute Boyfriend? I think.
There is, and I do, but I don't wanna.
Yeah, no.
But I like it. It's funny. Is it appropriate? No, but I liked it.
Absolute Boyfriend?
Yeah. I should not have read it when I read it.
Oh no.
Shrug. It's not like porn or anything, but it was just not. I was just too young. There was probably. I should probably.
The context wasn't developed enough.
No. Do we need to?
That's all. Send tweet.
That's all sent tweet. I also want to make a video about Dick Fight Island. Because Raybun Sensei put way more work into it than she had any fucking right to. There's a lot of sauce in this stupid porn, and I like it a lot, and I want to talk about it because, like, why did she make it so good? Why did she world build? Why did she world build in her funny comic about dudes cockfighting?
Literally.
Listen,
whatever. Anyway.
I don't know what to say. Sometimes people see porn and it's like, I'm going to make they come for the porn, they stay for the plot.
You have Skullface Bookseller!
I love Skullface Bookseller Honda-san. I love it. I like learning about this side of the manga industry. I think it's really interesting. It's also really funny, and I like it. It's good shit. I watched the anime, and then I was like, I will support the original manga because it is good. Bless you!
The anime is so funny. Jesus.
I can hear him.
The anime is so good. Chat, you should please watch the anime.
I'm gonna make another video about. I have to make a video about Mad K at some point. Read the content warnings before you pick up Mad K, kids.
Also, if you're a kid, why are you watching this?
I loved it. I think about Mad K an unreasonable amount. I want to make a video talking about it at some point. That'll probably be one of the ones that gets tossed on the pile after because the plan is the next one I want to write is the Lana Lore video. Then I want to write about Suicide Girls. Then I'll, like, whatever. It's good. But I like Mad K. It's just weird. It's weird and gross, and it goes a lot of weird, gross places, but it's good, and it's intentional with its... I talked about this in the Urban Spook video. It's good. Please read Mad K if you have the emotional stability and the content warnings don't turn you off.
And you like Toxic Yaoi.
I like Sanji.
That's all. Send tweet.
That's all, send tweet! I like... No, you know what? I'm so sorry. I like Sanji. And the guy who draws Food Wars draws really hot men. Send tweet. Oh. There were a lot more videos on this bookshelf than I thought. I love Land of the Lustrous. It's not Sanji porn. He's just hot and in it.
There are some shots that get close though.
Yeah, I wish. So, fucking, I love Land of the Lustrous so much. Manga doesn't do enough, like, real cosmic horror. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Land of the Lustrous is the most cosmic-ass cosmic horror I think I've read maybe ever, and I fuck with it harder than anything on the face of this planet, but I have to read it again, and I do want to talk about it, but, like, I don't... God, it's good. Red Hood was good. I liked this. It was written and drawn by one of Horikoshi's assistants. It's really good. It was really interesting. I recommend it. You'd really like it. It's cool shit. Again, very good mid. I wish they'd have been allowed to finish it. I read The Horizon. Oh, go ahead.
Yuki Kawaguchi? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I read...
So it's the Hunter's Guild Red Hood.
Jing the Kings! Hi! Thank you for the follow! I hope this has been interesting for you.
I mean, it's been interesting for me.
The Horizon is really good. It's really fucked up. I like a good fucked up apocalypse manga, and I like it even more when it's cool and surrealist. I liked it. There's some things that happen in this. Some capital T things. Check the content warnings. Bad things happen to kids. But I liked it. It was really cool.
It's a manhwa.
Yeah, it's a manhwa. It was sad and dark, and I liked it a lot.
I'm looking at this art style, and fucking yeah, I could have told you that for free.
Oh, this is the Leon card I had signed by Alejandro Saab, because Leon canonically signed it.
Very cool.
So I had Alejandro Saab sign it. Now I want to get, I think he's voiced by someone else in Legends? And then I also want to see if, at some point, if I can get the Japanese actor to sign it, then I want all of the Leons to sign it. It'll be funny. I like Saint Young Men. Funny.
Yeah.
Shrug, send tweet. I have Fire Punch. Fire Punch is on this shelf.
Oh, we did talk about it earlier, yeah.
Yeah, I've read Fire Punch. It's on the shelf. I have all of it already.
Pause. Is Urban Spook finished now? What?
Oh, is it over? Did he fucking finish it? I'm gonna keep going. Double check for me.
No, keep going. The last episode was out 3 months ago. Let me peep his...
I want to read... I want to collect all of the Sailor Moon manga. I Am But a Girl.
I don't want to look at the fucking wiki.
I don't know what to tell you. I Am But a Girl. I want to collect all of Sailor Moon. I need to have it. I don't read a lot of isekai. I find I don't really like it. JK Haru, I think, is one of the only ones on here. Is Rest a Record of Ragnarok. I started reading School Zone Girls because of the funny lesbian that I watch on YouTube. You should watch Hazel's videos. She's really cool and talks about really cool shit. And I started reading it because she recommended it to me. Aren't you but a girl and something else? True. I'm not a girl. I'm some weird fucked up third thing, but don't worry about it.
But you are a weird fucked up third thing.
Gang, do you like girls?
Raise his hand.
Do you like funny?
Raise his hand even more.
Do you like funny girls?
Oh, that's like, I like funny and I like girls.
Now here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, chat. Do you like it when funny girls kiss?
Oh my god.
You should read School Zone Girls. Just a good wholesome Yuri comic. I love them. I love the girls. They're all stupid and girl fails, and I love that for them. I want them to all hold hands and be happy together. That's it. That's the whole thought. Send tweet. It's just really funny. I started collecting Kaicho wa Maid-sama young, and I love it. And now finding copies is hard.
Oh my fucking god. Hey. Did I find if that was the last episode? No. Did I find his old YouTube account? Yes.
Later.
Yeah, this is after stream.
I started reading Star Wars manga. I like them. I like Edge of Balance. The Rebels manga's cool. I like Guardian of the Wills. I really liked Precedent! Precedent's scary as fuck!
Yeah.
The fucking Shri Karai Karai. Goodbye, James, good night! The fucking Shri Karai Karai is horrible. It's terrifying. Why is nobody talking about it? Why is nobody talking about it? It's the worst. I love it. That shit's awful. Read Windbreaker. Read Windbreaker. I love Windbreaker. This is me slapping you in the mouth repeatedly. Read Windbreaker. Read Windbreaker. It's really good.
Ow. No, why are you smacking me in the mouth?
I like good boys. I like good boys. I like when good boys fight. I love delinquent manga where it's the delinquents have a heart of gold. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. And they're all good boys. Look at these good ass boys.
Did you need to smack my mouth for that?
Yes.
Golden Kamuy is probably now in my top 10 favorite manga of all time. I fucking love Golden Kamuy. This is all your fault.
You're welcome, and also you should thank Sakai.
Thank you, Sakai. It's good. It's peak. I like historical fiction. I like historical revisionist fan fiction. I like that fucking Satoru Noda with his whole ass was like, I'm gonna not only am I gonna tell you that history was wrong and Hijikata isn't actually dead, but I'm going to make that thematically relevant and I'm going to make it make historical sense. And I hate him, and that rules.
I'm gonna draw fat titties about it.
And I'm gonna draw fat titties about it. God's favorite. I think about Tanagaki's fat tits, like, way more than is probably healthy.
Yeah,
Satoru Noda likes men. This is a man who likes men. Is he gay? I don't know. But he likes men. And I know that he likes men because I've seen the way that he draws men. I also started reading...
All I'm saying about that is we need more of that in this world.
We do.
Golden Kamuy is just good. I recommend it. It's really good. Welcome to another thing that has, like, a tone that's all the fuck over the place, but is so good. I started liking Mushoku Tensei, and then I stopped liking Mushoku Tensei. So now we're in a weird spot. I'm trying to decide if I've been knocked out enough to stop consuming it completely, but I don't know yet. We'll see. I like interspecies reviewers. I'll say it. I think it's creative. I think that man is more devoted to fantasy pussy than I've been to anything in my life, and you know what? Good for him.
Which one?
Go with God. Interspecies reviewers.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That man
One of us.
That man daydreams about Monster Girl pussy the way I dream about the horrors, dude. I respect it. I respect the game. This man is autistic about this, and I love that for him. I gotta be real.
What is his secret manga career?
It's good.
It is the funniest thing I've heard about. That's the funniest way I've heard ever talked about it, but
it's good. These I got from, like, secondhand from a book sale at some point. They're just, like, one-offs. They're manga adaptations by Dark Horse of, like, Harlequin romance novels. The pages are pink. I don't know. I thought they were funny. That's why I have them. My Hero Academia Vigilantes is better than My Hero Academia. This is not a conversation. This is not a debate. It's just better.
Just a statement.
Statement of fact. If you liked My Hero Academia at the beginning and then became disappointed, read Vigilantes. It's better. I read all of Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle and wanted to start collecting it again. It's not high on my priority list, but, like, I liked it. I thought it was weird, and I love weird shit. Full Moon was made by Sanami Macho, the same person who made Fake, so we respect the GOAT. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, you're yapping about it, so I guess you have a little bit of an idea.
I like Way of the House Husband. Everyone does. This is not... I don't need to, again, shrug. I love Sign of Affection. I love Sign of Affection so much. Good.
Haha,
Good,
you're welcome.
good. I like it.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're
No,
welcome.
thank you. I'm now reading the manga. I love them. I want them to be happy so
I
bad.
have another one for you.
I'm so profoundly invested in their relationship. If something bad happens, if they break up even temporarily, I'm going to scream.
Yeah, I have another one for you. So buckle up.
I
That's for
want
after stream.
the record to reflect real quick. I liked Summer Hikaru died before everyone else did. I want to claim my hipster credit. I was reading it before it was translated in English officially. I like it. Fuck you. I get to be cool.
But you're already cool.
Neko Gahara was just a weird thing I started reading. It's a weird samurai manga, but all of the samurai are cats.
I love that actually.
That's it. That's the whole premise. It's just like a gritty fucking Kurosawa film, but all the samurai are cats. I don't need to introduce Look Back. It made me cry. I'll watch the movie.
Wait, samurai? Isn't there like a cartoon about samurai cats?
There is, but it's not
There's
that.
Samurai dogs.
Talked about J.K. Haru. I don't need to introduce Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm waiting for a box set, and then I'm gonna get them all. I don't need to introduce Yu Yu Hakusho. If I do, get off this channel. Why are you here? Go away. I'm trying to find.
Do it anyway.
I'm trying to find.
Do it anyway. It'll be funny.
No, you know what?
Funny.
Instead, I'm gonna bitch about. Fuck you. Buying manga is really overpriced. I want to complete my collection, and doing so is expensive. If you have money, buy them for me on Throne.
Real.
Wolf's Rain. There's only 2 issues of the Wolf's Rain manga. It's very different from the anime. Do with that what you will.
Is it better or worse?
It's just different. I wouldn't say better or worse. It's just very different. Zombie Loan was weird. So Zombie Loan is made by the same person who made Shugokara, which I also have all of. It's weird and I like it. I'm going to sit down and reread it to see if I want to keep it.
Yibs.
I collected Noragami for a very long time. And then stopped because I got derailed. And now I think I want to sit down and reread the whole thing and see if I want to keep it. And if I do, then I will. Because it was good when I read it, but I don't know if I still like it. I probably still will. Hi, I have all of the Trigun manga. I have all of Trigun Maximum. It's a little shunted around because Brooke's reading it right now, but I have the whole thing. I found out that the whole thing is worth $500. Eat nuts. I love it. That's why I'm also buying the hard covers, is because I'm a freak.
Oh, Heaton. That reminds me.
Mm-hmm.
How's the new anime?
Good shit.
Oh. Okay, good.
Oh, the new Trigun one? I hate it.
Yeah. What?
It sucks, and I hate it. And I might talk with Brooke about it at some point on a video, but I haven't decided yet.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Nightmare Inspector is another weird thing none of you have ever read. The protagonist is a Baku, which is a Japanese yokai that eats your dreams. And basically people come to him and are like, I'm having nightmares. And he's like, is it related to your trauma? And they're like, how could you possibly know that? And then he eats their dreams and they get better.
Oh, kind of like Mononoke.
Yeah, a little bit. You'd like it. I think you'd like Nightmare Inspector a lot, actually.
Maybe. Let me look it up.
Is love the answer? We love Ace Rep. I love Ace Rep. I love manga about the Ace experience. Is love the answer is really good. I like it a lot. I'm here for a bitch coming to terms with the fact that I don't want to kiss anybody. And the people around her being like... There's a really good one. There's a great bit, and it made me think of you, specifically, Dio. Where in Is Love the Answer, they're talking about labels. And one of the guys, he says, I'm gay. I'm a gay man. But occasionally, I find the odd lady attractive. And he's like, I had this whole existential crisis about whether or not, am I not gay? Does that mean I'm bi? Does that mean I'm pan? What does that make me? And he's like, no, I'm gay. There's just the odd lady. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, some people wouldn't let me have that label, and those people are stupid. Because it's how I identify. And that's based of him, honestly.
Yeah.
You like depression, don't you, Heaton?
How did you know?
Okay, you can like depression. Just don't be depressed. It's bad for you.
Fuck.
Eaton.
Listen. Read the content warnings is all I'm gonna say about those. Takabe's Original Sin is really good. It's just really sad. I fucking love Sayuki. I love it with a passion. I'm so glad they're releasing physical hardcovers. I want them. I want them. I want them all. They're so good. Sayuki's really good. It's my favorite retelling of Journey to the West. Give it to me. Put it in my mouth. I love Watakoi. I was so happy! I was like, yes! Watakoi box set! And I got it, and I read it all, and I was happy because I hadn't read all of it at the time, and it was great, and I love it. And then I found out recently that fucking, they're going back! They're making more! They're gonna make more! And I'm so happy about it! Because I love Watakoi! I love romance where everyone's an adult! It's good shit! We get to have, like, meaningful conversations about relationships! Yay!
God, I have such a good recommendation for you after this.
Brooke and I are both reading Spy Family, but I started collecting it before I moved in. Now Brooke and I share, aka Brooke physically collects Spy Family.
You real?
I love Skip Beat! I love a bitch. Listen, I love a vindictive bitch. Fun fact about me. I am a vindictive bitch. No, like, I love a bitch who gets her get-backs. I love a bitch who gets her get-backs. And the entire premise of this manga being the guy that I like was such a fucking asshole to me that I'm going to become good at show business and then be better than him out of raw spite is everything. Doubly so when her new love interest is cool, much sexier, and just as petty. That's good shit. I love Skip Beat. And it's long as fuck, and finding volumes are hard, and collecting gold manga is expensive. Oh, you weren't paying attention.
When we were talking about it.
You weren't paying attention, I see.
So, was someone not paying
You
attention?
fool! You absolute moron! I've read the whole thing. It was just a friend who had it. So now I want to start physically collecting it. I went to the store real quick. Yep. No, I'm 10 steps ahead of you, besties. Don't even worry about it. And then finally, Peacemaker Kuragane. I love historical. You want Dick Fight Island? I do, and I'm gonna write a whole video about how good Dick Fight Island is. Fucking Peacemaker is one of the like fucking my niche hyperfixations that nobody like. I love historical revisionist fanfiction. I love more when the historical revisionist fanfiction is unnecessarily accurate. It's good shit. I suggest it to people's throne as a meme. You can do it not as a meme. The rest of it is on my throne on Amazon, so you can complete my physical set if you want. If you have the money and you think it would be funny enough. Because I want to own it physically, because I love it. It's so fucking, it's just goofy. And I read it as a kid. I was way too young. But I like it. I think it's great.
Wait, Heaton.
Oh, or are you talking about Dick Fight Island? Because I already own all of Dick Fight Island. Dick Fight Island? Fuck yeah, it's campy. It's campy and it's really good. Again, listen, she wrote gay porn. Like, that's what it is. That shit's gay porn. I'm not even gonna, like, lie to you. It's pornography. However, it's very good. But now that we've been here for 3 hours and I'm done, and I need a break and to eat something.
Hi.
I'm gonna
Before we have date.
before we have date.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna send you to Nick. I'm gonna send you to one Nicholas Pickles Nocturne.
Okay.
Hell yeah, topical.
I'm gonna send you to the Funny Cat.
Okay, you're gonna
don't
have to give
use
you give me the thing too, so that whenever I raid out. Actually, I may raid since someone else. I don't know. Let me see who else is on.
But for now,
I have.
I'm gonna go. I might see you tomorrow. I might not. I don't know. I think I've spent all of my social battery.
Bye.
Bye.